of professional football, in this case the NFL and college football. And here's what I mean. The most important games in the NFL, period, end of story, without argument, come at the end of the year. What you do in the NFL, week one could give you the most marquee matchup. We could get Ravens Chiefs in week one. We could get Bengals Eagles in week two. We could get Bills, Commanders week three. They don't matter. Those teams lose. They got so much more season. They've got a playoff that's ahead. It won't matter a thing by the end of the year. College football different now. College football different. It's built different. College football, you face a schedule with two of those marquee games in the first 4 weeks. If you lose them both, you're done. For the most part. A really good standby Googling machine here. A really, really good college football team. A really good one. But capable of winning it all. But if they come out, if they, unlike their NFL brethren, if they're 2-3, kiss it goodbye. And so to that end, by the time we get to September, before Florida and Miami ever play, we're going to have huge, consequential football games. Think about what comes up week one. Texas and Ohio State. LSU and Clemson. Miami and Notre Dame. FSU, Alabama. It's just, and by the way, still early in the season, Oregon at Penn State, these massive games, and I probably think more outside the context of the conference games, that those are what they are, and it's what makes what could be a really good breakthrough season for Florida. The timing is just not perfect, is it? Billy Napier has all his guys in. The depth chart looks better than it ever has. It looks the best it's looked since, Mullen with Trask in that group went to the SEC championship game, gave Alabama a game. It's as talented a team as Florida has had. The vibe is strong. The quarterback seems to be a Heisman Trophy candidate in waiting. But man, there's just no getting around those landmines. You got to be almost perfect to survive a schedule that sees you go to LSU, sees you go to Miami, sees you go to Texas A&M, sees you go to Ole Miss. Even FSU, who knows by the end of the year. You got to play Georgia here in Jacksonville. You got to play Texas at home. It's really, really, really tough. So think about Florida's first 4 games. They got LSU and Miami. Oof. Chiefs can start 2-3. We'll see in January. Georgia better not, just to take a generic team, so to speak. So we continue to kind of look at I love sifting through these college football lists. Man, I think now I have seen enough that I could pretty much rattle off what is a consensus top 10 right now, what it looks like. And it's changing a little bit at the top. But, here from our standpoint, I know what ears I'm hitting out there. I know how many Gators are out there. I know how many Knowles are out there. And those are 2 teams just still trying to find their lane, man, and get going with some consistency, some continuity. Florida State, a little behind Florida, quite frankly, in that growth. But they have their road is smoother. If this again, this isn't some, I don't say this really in a critical way, but the bottom line, there are certain teams where they are. If they got to play the schedule of certain other teams, they might be at 11-1 and going to a playoff somewhere. Just saying. But I'm going to I've sorted through. I've picked some of these. Man, just I need Mrs. P. I needed her to go on that 12-dayer from like August 30th to September 10th, because there's going to be a couple of Saturdays, buddy, early in the year where you're going to be locked and loaded, and then boom, just like that, we got Jags Panthers. Man, I'm fired up. Good time of year as we get there. We got all your Wednesday favorites today. Get Smart John will join us coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. We weren't real good last week, eh?
We'll make up for it.
We got to have a little bounce back here this week, so we'll count on that. Got the Murphy Power Hour. We talk baseball. What's that? What's baseball? Man, this is the only little, but I thought a nice job by Atlanta dropping a little 10-1er last night at Oakland. I mean, tell me you've given up without telling me you've given up. I guess they heard the funeral. You weren't here for the funeral. It was all official on Monday, and I guess the Braves tuned in because they certainly responded like they're 6 feet under somewhere. The fact that Brian Snitker has a job is amazing, dude. I don't give a care now at this point who the coaches are in the All-Star game. But anyway, I'm not going to continue to beat that dead horse. I don't promise. But here's the reality, man, for Braves fan. I mean, listen, we got it coming, guys. I mean, the Braves are, if you're a Braves fan, you're among that fortunate group. They really just about every year you get to be excited in September and October, or at least have hope. That's not going to happen this year. Absolutely nobody is going to feel sorry for you. Here's the problem I have as a baseball fan beyond the Braves. I'm going to have what makes this doubly hard for a Braves team dead and buried, and a Braves fandom that is just sad, frustrated, angry. But the reality is, with all due respect to the Cubs, that's who we'll grab, by the way. Let me go ahead and tell you, Braves bandwagoners, go Cubs go. Because really the three best teams in the National League, if you made up a list right now of Braves fans' top 3 hated teams, if you hate polled a little power poll of Braves rivals right now, within the context of the team itself, and even further with the fans, those 3 in, quite frankly, a variable order, continuing, depending on who is the bigger thorn at the time. But the 3 teams as a Braves fan that you really, honestly, never want to see win. You would like to see Iran put together a baseball team and come win the World Series if they were facing one of these 3. But those 3 are the Dodgers, the Mets, and the Phillies, who check standings happen to be the 3 probably most viable World Series contenders in the National League. So not only did Braves fans have to haul the carcass to a hole that they dug in the desert, not only did they have to haul that carcass out there, no, that's not all. Now they got to watch the 3 worst case scenarios play out in front of us for the next 2.5, 3 months until baseball's decided, because spoiler alert, Dodgers, Phillies, or Mets are going to the World Series. That'll be fun. Murphy and baseball talk, and they can relive a good comeback by the Mets last night. Mets were down 6-2 in the 8th at Baltimore. Hustled back, got a win, got some big home runs late. Pete Alonso is having a really good year, and those jokers tried not to sign him. Sometimes you fall into it, I suppose. Alonso's kind of doing what Ozuna did for the Braves a few years ago. People are kind of ready to let him go. Well, maybe not Mets fans, but teams seemingly on the verge of letting him go. He ends up coming back, and buddy's having a really, really good year. And so the Mets win. Phillies lost last night in the craziest way. In fact, let me just go ahead and throw out today's Shazam Spotlight. The Shazam Spotlight is brought to you by the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive, man. It is a great customer experience. I've been buying vehicles at Murray for, 10 years now, multiple, and got nothing but great things to say, man. So if you're in line, especially for Ford product, you want to get a truck, they got the inventory, they got the price, and they got the customer service. And then a vehicle service from that point on. It's the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Did y'all see how the Phillies game ended last night? Phillies are playing the Giants. They're up 3-1 in the 9th inning. And cat for the Giants hits a deep ball to right center field. And if you're familiar at all with the Giants ballpark, and if you're not, I'll tell you, but where kind of right field and center field meet, it's kind of like a weird angle. So a ball could theoretically, and that theory was put into practice last night, could take a really crazy bounce. So Patrick Bailey hits one to deep right center. The center fielder, even the left field, I think it's right center. Maybe it's dead center. I don't know. It's out towards right center. Bottom line is the Phillies converge on the ball. It hits the top of the wall, and it shoots all the way over into the left field corner almost. And by the time the outfielder had to turn around, chase the ball down, throw it toward the infield, the dude Bailey has rounded the bases for an inside the park walk-off homer. Shazam. Yeah, man, it was Little League-ish. And the play unfolded and watching the dugout, it really is. It's grown-ups playing a kid's game, man. There are those certain moments in sports where 30-year-olds look like they're 12, man. Just jumping up. You know the jump up and down you do when you're a kid where your heels will actually come up and hit your butt? Like you're just jumping up and down. That's what the Giants were doing last night. A 3-run inside the park home run with one out in the ninth last night. So the Phillies lose, the point I was going to make. Mets win. Those two are tied for first. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are in first out west. So settle in. But by the way, shout out Marlins have won 10 straight on the road.
Shout out.
And by the way, the Marlins would be that would be one shelf up from the Braves right now. That's stinkfish that you smell, Braves Nation, and it's a couple of games ahead of you in the standings as well. Oof. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Get Smart John in about an hour. We got, as mentioned, Daniel Murphy in the Power Hour. All that and more as we get you up and rolling here on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Taking the middle of your day to a whole new level.
Look, you guys, they're just all really cool kids. And if they were mine, I would be so proud.
XL Prime Time.
And I am proud just to even know them.
2 to 4 weekdays on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer. Nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Give me those sauces, grab the chicken strips, let's dunk them in there. There's nothing like it. Hey, I'm Joey. And I'm Josh. And we're team members at our local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing you'll love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them in our sauces. My sauce is the barbecue sauce. If you wanted to add sweet, tangy flavors, there's nothing like it. I love the garden herb ranch sauce, but if you want a little bit more kick in the spicy side, you can mix it with buffalo sauce. Dipping them in our sauces, it is perfection.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Team members paid for their testimonials.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this.
1010XL on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Shadowed by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan with Checkmate Coatings. We coat it all: garages, pool decks, driveways, and patios. Be the envy of your neighbors.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Frank Franzi here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Hal Sutton when he famously said, "Be the right club today"? Well, that's what Coil Fencing delivers, the right fence today. And they've been delivering the right fencing for both commercial and residential properties for nearly 100 years. If you're in the market for a new fence, call Coil & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Hey, it's Joe C. When was the last time you flushed out your water heater? Flushing a water heater each year improves its efficiency and extends its lifespan. So call Roland Reese Plumbing for a routine water heater flush out and any other plumbing needs. 260-7059. Roland Reese Plumbing.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now, the girls should be on the promenade deck about now doing a little. Actually, man, nobody can dump. No industry in America can dump on your festivities, your plans, your happiness like the airline industry. It is what it is. You're driving in and you work as a part of it. Own it. Y'all are dream crushing so-and-sos, man. Ladies had their flight canceled from Jacksonville yesterday, which is a problem when you're going to get on a cruise ship in Lisbon, Portugal. Stay classy, airline industry. There's a lot of finagling and this and that and the other. They're going to try to leave again this morning and beat the deadline. Thanks for canceling a flight for no reason. It's so weak, man. And you just get no recourse. Nothing. It just crap all over you. And I get, man, you want to know the worst job you could have in the world? Have to work customer service for those people. My God, everybody that calls you is legit. This one's missing a funeral. This one's missing a connector. This one's got a something. Everyone has legitimate things that y'all, because you can't run an industry, dude. You know, departure time should mean departure time. And I'm not talking about the storms of the century that blow through. We all know there's weather. Do better, man. Do better. Shouldn't cancel a 3 o'clock flight for no freaking reason when the same flight ran earlier in the day and later in the day. It's a joke. Good luck getting any help, too, by the way. Good luck. Oof. Anyway, prayers for them is that this today runs smoothly, then get where they're supposed to go, despite the efforts of the airline industry. Anywho, just a mini rant there. It's just a little tiny one. So anyway, the 12, I'm still, no Bachelor yet. So I was looking at some of these college football games just to kind of further the point. One point is that like you got big games in college football earlier in the year, and this isn't completely new, but and with the playoff it can change some. But man, look, as college football sifts into this really deep conferences, there are going to be years where the Big Ten and the SEC have teams with more losses that are better than teams in their own league with less losses, but teams with less losses are going to be the ones that advance into the playoffs. See SMU. So, particularly if you're trying to get there, the early season takes on that much more importance. But forget all that. Just from the interest standpoint, from being a college football fan, August 30th, I'm going to bounce around here a little bit. August 30th, Texas at Ohio State. I mean, that could be the national championship game. August 30th, LSU at Clemson. Two teams with Clemson especially playoff expectations. August 31st, Notre Dame at Miami. September 6th, Michigan at Oklahoma. September 13th, in conference, Georgia at Tennessee, also early in the year. August 30th, Alabama FSU in Tally. September 13th, Texas A&M at Notre Dame. September 13th, Florida at LSU in conference. September 1st, Bill Belichick makes his debut as a college head coach. North Carolina and TCU. Ton of them. Big early season matchups they're going to have. They're going to be devastating for some programs.
A lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah, some programs that are on the rise. Here's a Bleacher Report has put it together by week. Interesting games week to week. Like there's a week 0 now, so this would actually be the week of the 23rd. And they've got Iowa State, Kansas State. Week 1, Texas at Ohio State. Week 1, the other games that I've mentioned, they kind of do a best of the rest here. Week 2, Michigan, Oklahoma, we mentioned. Also in week 2, let's see. Illinois visits in the ACC. Baylor, SMU. Man, just a ton of early games. And the reality is, again, by the time you get to September in college football, your whole season can be dashed. Whereas in the NFL, you still got time to rally. Now, look, we all know the numbers when it comes to the NFL with 0-3 starts and 0-4 starts and the such. But anyway, I found that to be interesting. We certainly, the Jaguars are on our radar all the time, and it's easy to dissect them. All the failures through the years, it's easy to have low expectations for this football team going year to year to year, even though this year is a year where we hope the expectations can be legitimate. But we've spoken to the point that doesn't feel like a fan base that expects a 4-13 football team. Let's just say that. But you know where the most scrutiny really is in the state of Florida this year, and where it should be, and what really is going on down there. But that's Miami and the Dolphins. It's a mess down there, man.
Oh yeah, it's messy.
It is a mess. I will remind you that the Miami Dolphins have not won a playoff game since the year 2000. Think about that. Since the year 2000, they beat the Colts in overtime. 99, by the way, the Jags beat them 62-7. And then in 2000, they won an overtime playoff game against the Colts. They lost the division. They went back to the playoffs in 01. They lost the wild card game 20-3. Missed the playoffs for 7 years. Went back in 08, lost the wild card game 27-9. Missed another 6 years, went back, lost a wild card game to the Steelers 30-12. That was in 2016. Then went through another 5 straight non-playoff seasons. With Mike McDaniel, his first and second year, they went 9-8, 11-6, but lost first-round playoff games both years. Last year, they fell off to 8-9, missed the playoffs, and it has not gotten better for the Dolphins on or off the field since. It is a mess. Did you see what Asante Samuel said on Junior said on a podcast recently? He's a former Pro Bowler. He had recently been on the Dolphins' radar as a free agent. He said in pretty clear terms that it's Miami's lack of stability and the way they're run is what the problem is. He said McDaniel is, quote, a pushover, along with general manager Chris Greer. Quote, they're terrified of their own players. Jalen Ramsey is the latest to jump ship.
Yeah.
According to just tell me if this sounds familiar, according to the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, Ramsey didn't leave before, quote, constantly undermining the Dolphins staff. Sounds right on brand.
Does.
Look, the Dolphins probably needed Mike McDaniel's sensitive approach when they hired him, right? Don't forget the feelings he got into over the relationship with his former coach, Brian Flores. You know, he blamed him for ruining his early season confidence, and McDaniel came in and he's kind of massaged Tua, and they added pieces on offense, and for a hot minute, the Dolphins looked like they might emerge into contender status. But still, no playoff win since 2000. So 3 years now after hiring McDaniels, coming off the first losing year, doesn't it feel like he's on the hot seat?
Definitely feel like he's on the hot seat.
After an ugly finish last year, McDaniel told us the quiet part out loud, said he needed to get a better grip on team discipline, revealed multiple players had repeatedly been late for meetings throughout the season. Yeah, I don't know if you just go public with that one. Tight end Jonnu Smith just left for the Steelers with Ramsey. Recently alluded to, quote, locker room issues that plagued the Dolphins last season. And the problem is this isn't a one-year deal. You know, they haven't made the best football decisions. And the GM, Chris Greer, he hadn't put together a good offensive line, right? You Dolphin fans have been complaining to me about that for years. 0 playoff victories. And from a cultural perspective, they're a mess. I mean, even the win over the Jags, who starts the season with their all-pro receiver lying on the ground outside the stadium? Put the blame on how it escalated anywhere you want. I've been watching NFL every year. It's the only time I remember a star player getting put on the ground just driving into his home stadium. So this is a make or break year. I have in front of me the list of the longest active NFL playoff win droughts. Say one thing about us, man. The year that we do flare up, we usually go get a playoff win.
We do.
We're kind of like the Mike White Gators. They barely make a tournament. Win one game, though. They'd be done. But, yeah, we've been fortunate enough that the years that we do make the play. When's the last time we went to the playoffs and we didn't get a win?
Have we ever not?
I mean, I'm trying to think. 96, we got wins. 90. Did we lose 97 straight up at Denver? We may have lost 97 straight up. We may have lost straight. We beat the Patriots and then lost to the Jets one year. Yeah, maybe. No. They went and lost, what was it, 05 with Jack. They went to New England. Remember Garrard had quarterback down the stretch and they went back to Leftwich for the playoff game.
Okay.
They lost like 28-3. And then Jack's 07 team, did they lose their first one too? They lost at New England as well. Did they win a game before that? What am I thinking? Yeah, they went and won at Pittsburgh, right? That's the Garrard game. They ran it in, a primetime game. They won at Pittsburgh and then lost at New England. Yeah, that's how that went down. Yeah, we're fortunate enough that when we make the playoffs, we win a game. There are teams on this list that have made the playoffs as much or more than the Jags, but the droughts are long for some NFL franchises. Dolphins lead the way. 24 years. Haven't won a playoff game since 2000. What about the Raiders, E? How long? They're second. What do you think their drought is? Playoff wins. Dolphins
What was Dolphins? How many?
24.
We'll go 20.
Raiders are 22. That's also a hugely long streak. Jets are number 3. Actually, two teams, the Jets and Bears, are tied for the third longest drought of a playoff win. What do you think theirs is?
19.
14 only.
Okay.
So look at the difference. All the way down to third, and 14's a long time. The Dolphins, 24 years, man. Wow. All right, we'll bundle up some more NFL news with the football fix. Some other headlines from the sports world that have caught me as we get you up and rolling on a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Didier Fuentes, the rookie, on the mound for the Atlanta Braves today as they open up a series in Sacramento against the Athletics. Fuentes 0-2 ERA of 9, minus 108 to the money line. A slight dog to Jeffrey Springs, 6-6, a 4.07 ERA. Athletics minus 112, 10 over the total. Tampa Bay Rays drop a 4-1 decision to the Tigers yesterday. Detroit has won 4 straight. They have a 14-game lead in the AL Central. Our $1.26 favorite over the Rays today, plus 104, 8.5 under the total. Scotty Scheffler plus 340 to win the Genesis Scottish Open at the Renaissance Club. Score $500 in rewards at the G-Bank First Bet VSiN Trifecta. Details at vsin.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
When your plumbing backs up, your septic's acting shady, or your AC quits on a 95-degree day, who are you going to call? Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Don't take just our word for it. Here's what real customers are saying about their experience with our company.
Megan in the office was so helpful and polite. Scheduling was easy, and the tech showed up right on time.
From plumbing and septic to air conditioning, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins. Fighting for your rights since 1975.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, monster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. There's nothing like the ambiance of a custom-built fireplace. The team at CSS can design and install the perfect setup, including wood, gas, and electric models, whether you want the elegance of an indoor fireplace or the warmth of an outdoor fire pit. You dream it, they build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
The calls have been pouring in.
It's the strongest phone connection on the First Coast. The Checkmate Coatings phone line covers you with expert interviews from around the country and your opinions and comments from here at home. All day, every day on 1010XL.
Ready to ride the waves? Best Bet St. Augustine is turning up the heat with our Summer Splash promotion. We're giving away over $40,000 in cash and prizes, including a brand new 2025 Yamaha Wave Runner. From now through August 8th, every hour you play poker or table games earns you an entry to win. It all leads up to the grand prize drawing on August 9th. The more you play, the more chances you have. Don't miss your shot to make a splash this summer. Visit bestbetjacks.com for all the details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Feeling the Florida heat? Make sure your car's AC is ready with help from Big Chief Tire. Frank Frangie here. Right now, get $50 off all AC services at any of their 5 Jacksonville locations. Whether it's a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert technicians will keep you cool and comfortable on the road. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service today and take advantage of this limited one-time offer. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Looking for an exciting, fun-filled evening the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football. It's fast-paced, action-packed, and full of family fun. It's a battle for the playoffs as your Sharks take on the San Antonio Gunslingers. This Saturday, July 12th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Kickoff at 7. Ask about the new 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card. All for only $100. Get tickets at jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700.
Prosser here. The Sharks smell the playoffs in the water. It's Rock and Roll Night presented by Dick Swings. Dress up as your favorite rock star for a chance to win a prize or join us on the field after the game for our free autograph session sponsored by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Ask about our new 4-pack, 4 tickets, 4 food vouchers, and a $20 gift card, all for only $100. Tickets start at just $15. To get yours, call 904-621-0700. That's 904-621-0700. Sharks football, where memories are made.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, let's reset here on the drill. So Betros Plumbing Wednesday. Now, the drill loves the ladies, and the ladies love the drill.
They do.
So many great, awesome Guggenellas out there. And so they're probably not going to be surprised when I tell you this. We, men, we can't figure y'all out. We can for a while, but we just you'll always remain a part enigma and mystery. It's part of your charm, Guggenellas. But for the life of me, I can't figure women out. And if you think women's sports would help you, would bridge a gap, yeah, I'm going to shoot that down with what I watched last night. Or that's who am I kidding? I didn't watch it last night when I'm digesting this morning. So apparently the WNBA All-Star game, ET, had their draft last night. Did you see this?
Oh, snap.
Okay, so what'd they say, Caitlin Clark? What'd the players vote her, like 9th or something?
Yeah.
Well, see, the WNBA is at least this smart. We're going to put the 2 leading vote getters as the captains. We're not going to count on you mean girls to set our agenda at all, or at least tried it that way. So that meant that Nafisha Collier, probably the best player in the league this year, by the way. I know, too much WNBA knowledge. And Caitlin Clark are left to be the captains last night.
Okay.
Now, again, I'm not in no manner of promotion of the WNBA. I'm at least aware enough to tell you who the best player is in the game. You feel me?
I feel you.
Who is it, E? You know who the best player in the game is. It's
Asia Wilson.
Yeah, it's Asia Wilson. It's not even close. She's the only one that looks fluid out there. If she takes it from the top of the key to the basket, she's been an MVP and a champion. She's the best player in the league. Period. Back to my non-understanding of ladies. So they have this draft last night. There's drama it's just meant for drama. You know who's in the field there, E.T.?
Is Angel Reese in the field?
Angel Reese among the field that's going to be picked here by the captain.
Okay.
You know, so in my head, I'm wondering, man, what do you do here? Do you play it up and no way am I taking her? Or do you draft her at some point? And show, you know? But more than that, that's not the part I don't understand. I can see that playing out with Jordan and Isaiah, whatever. That's not based on gender. There's no emotionality there. Caitlin Clark's smart. She knows Angel Reese ain't no good. She's not drafting her. So, spoiler alert, Reese went 15th or something down the list, and no, she was not taken by Caitlin Clark. But the point I'm getting back to is with the first pick, Caitlin Clark and Nafisha Caller had the first two picks, right? And so Caitlin Clark went with her teammate Aaliyah Boston. It's her number one pick. I like I said, I don't understand women. The best player in the league is there. You don't take your teammate.
Did Asia go second?
No, she went 5th.
Oh, wow.
Now, she hurt her wrist, I think. Again, this is way too much. That's it. Closing the book. They had the draft last night. If you wonder with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, would she draft her? No. The girls picked her 9th for the All-Star game. Put her in there 9th.
It's crazy.
Fans had a little. She's got whatever, bro. Is what it is. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. Let's cleanse the palate. I was looking at a couple of columns. One, biggest remaining need. We've had this discussion. It came from somewhere else. I don't know if it's Pro Football Focus, maybe ESPN, but on CBS Sports this morning, they're just going to throw out the biggest remaining need for every AFC team heading into training camps, which are going to be opening up everywhere in the next couple of weeks. So, I'm going to ask you again, and I wonder if it'll be the same answer. I don't remember what our answers were, and based on what you can see in mini camps over the course of a few weeks, they may change your answer. But if I allowed you to take a player at any position right now for depth or other, for depth, if you're finding a starter right now, you're probably not doing it right.
Okay.
But what would you say then was the Jaguars' quote biggest remaining need? What position would you address if you had your magic wand?
I'm still addressing the pass rush.
Okay, pass rush, edge rusher. Let's go down the list here. I'll spare you the details of every. Well, let's look a little bit in the division, maybe South. They say Colts, it's linebacker. You're right. Neighborhood, different street. They go defensive tackle, and I'm not sure that's not where I would go to. Only from the standpoint that you at least have two dudes that have proven they can go for 20-25 combined. If you get anything else at the position would just add to that, whereas the interior line is the biggest prove-it unit on the team. The biggest one. They got a guy who's been a Pro Bowler, if not All-Pro, in Eric Armstead. They got a second-rounder with Mason Smith. Devon Hamilton was supposed to be emerging. It is a show-us year for those guys. Here's where they're right. There may not be many wide receiver duos in the league better than Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr., but the position does not have a lot of talent aside from those two players, unless personal stock in Parker Washington bounces back. Cornerback's another area where they're relying on young players to continue on an upward trajectory. So, can't find a lot of fault with those evaluations. I would say, to your point, though, I would also go with the... I got to get an edge rusher. I will put that over corner at this point.
Yeah, me too.
The way Buster Brown has continued to develop, adding Jordan Lewis and having Travis, Hunter now in the mix. I think a good proven edge rusher. There's no law that says you can't have 5 or 6 or 7 guys have between 5 and 7 sacks. That's what we haven't done.
Right.
These leading sack teams, it's not because they got 2 guys getting 25 apiece. They spread it out, man. The guy who's 8th on their sack list has 3.5. That guy's like second place on our unit some years. All right. Dak Prescott met the media out in Dallas yesterday, gave an injury update. He had, was it hamstring surgery, I believe? Anywho, says I don't know what I would make of this quote if I were a Cowboys fan. He is as healthy as he's going to be, was the phrase he used. What does that mean? Does that mean
I don't know.
Does that mean I'm fully healthy? Or that's just a way of saying
I'll never
it?
be back 100%.
Yeah, what is that? Right. So that the way that he phrased that gave me a little bit of pause. We've talked about our guy Joe Burrow. He's got that dog in him. We were looking at stats yesterday. You forget because his team let him down. But Joe Burrow last year threw for almost 5,000 yards with 43 touchdowns and 8 picks. Had a passer rating of 108. How those dudes didn't make the playoffs. Wow. And if they didn't have Joe Burrow, what would they be? 3 and 14? That dude's saving jobs up there by himself. Remember last year that Joe Burrow was going to get a Batmobile? You remember that story?
He got one.
Well, I think he got it, but he ended up canceling the purchase. And he commented on that yesterday. He says he canceled his Batmobile purchase after he was a victim of that home burglary. I guess the home burglary will show up in the Netflix doc that dropped yesterday or a couple days ago, quarterback.
Yeah.
But Burrow said he thought twice about a high-profile splurge after what happened. He wanted to buy that replica Batmobile, but he'll have to settle for something else, he thinks, after last December's burglary made him think twice. Ultimately decided to cancel the purchase of the fully functioning superhero ride. Man, is there a bigger boss move than driving down Riverfront Drive in Cincinnati in the Batmobile, bro?
That's a flex.
That's a flex. Pulling into the players' parking lot. Who's that? I'm Batman.
You know who that is.
Burrow first talked about his Batmobile ambitions when they were on Hard Knocks last year. And now that series and Netflix's Quarterback has captured his excitement over the $3 million novelty ride. Let's see. In Quarterback, Burrow explained that the burglary prompted him to rethink the purchase. What once seemed like a dream car took a backseat to more practical concerns. I get uncomfortable. My life is very public, and you know that comes with a job. But there's certain parts of your life that are yours, and your house is one of those. And then the frustrations of seeing that trust violated. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course, Join the Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. I'll see you on the creek. And your Jacksonville Sharks, they're back home this week. They can, if they win the last 3, I believe it's home field advantage throughout the playoffs. These are important games down the stretch. ET will be in the building, and so will 4 of you. I got a family 4-pack right now. Come kind, come courteous. We'll welcome Hick and do the party next. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday on 1010 XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Every game is a story.
And the game is tied.
Every play is a moment waiting to happen.
We're going to overtime.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Hacker here, and with 4th of July in the rearview mirror now, all eyes are pointing towards Labor Day and football season. How would you like to drop some weight prior to football season's arrival? Well, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. Back in February of 2024, I weighed 317 pounds. In just a couple of short weeks, I was down almost 40 pounds thanks to the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's that quick. The coaching you get, the information you get, it's all perfect with Awaken 180 Weight Loss, and they can change your life very, very quickly. If it's time for you to lose weight like it was for me, do yourself a favor and go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800. Take it from me, a guy that failed in numerous diet programs over the years. I succeeded with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Firehouse Subs has fries. Your hometown hero since '94 just cranked up the heat. Hot subs, crispy fries, golden, pillowy on the inside, and perfectly seasoned. Over 30 Jacksonville locations. Firehouse Subs, homegrown and now with fries.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Yo, what's happening, folks? ET here for Clay County. And if you're looking for something good to do, some good food, outdoor fun, and plenty of fun, my old stomping grounds in Clay County is the spot. Check out Clay's diverse local restaurants. They got barbecue, seafood, and Latin restaurants that hit the spot. Outdoorsy, paddle along scenic waterways, cast a line, or hit the trails. And the events, there's always something for you and the fam. Check out exploreclay.com to plan your next adventure. And when you do, make sure you hashtag ExploreClay on social.
Tired of high energy bills? Well, replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's summer sale. Buy 4 windows or doors and get the 5th one free. No money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires July 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. Jaguar fans, training camp is calling. The team's 2025 camp opens to the public at the Miller Electric Center beginning July 23rd. Season ticket members can grab their free tickets starting at noon today. The general public window opening at 1 p.m. Don't miss your shot to see the squad up close. Meanwhile, Chris Doring says the Florida Gators schedule is no joke, stacked with heavy hitters and plenty of pressure.
I don't know in the history of being around this game if I've ever seen a more difficult 4-game stretch with having to play that LSU, at Miami, at home against Texas, and on the road at Texas A&M.
And over in Tallahassee, Florida State didn't crack Phil Steele's preseason top 25 as analysts weigh in on the Noles' major offseason reset. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 6:59 and it's 77 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Guess what day it is?
Oh!
Guess what day it is?
Interesting.
Guess what day it is?
Let's see.
Anybody?
Maybe we should ask Mike. Mike, where are you?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Oh.
Hump day.
You know it! Yes, sir! Hey! Can you confirm what day is it?
Mike said it's Hump Day.
Woo! Let's go. Oh, thank you, Mike. Welcome to the Hump Day edition of The Drill. You're darn right I settled in last night and snuggled in and
What's this baseball you speak of?
enjoyed that.
Not only the Braves dead and buried in a carcass, but now you got to watch the Mets, Phillies, and Dodgers battle for superiority.
Oh,
that'll be fun. Go Cubs, go! That's what I'll do down the stretch.
I happen to be up about 12:30.
Oh boy!
Saw Patrick Bailey hit one off Triple's alley out there in Candlestick.
That's got all the analytics. They didn't tell me that's the first time that's ever happened. That's got to be the first time a walk-off inside the park 3-run homer.
I don't think so, but it's the first time a catcher hit a walk-off homer in like 100 years.
Okay.
And it's the first time in the history of baseball that someone started a game with an inside-the-park home run against you guys.
Okay.
And ended a game with an inside-the-park home run in the same day. Never has happened before.
Oh, I see. In our game.
Yeah.
The Oakland kid did
the
it
Butler
the first one.
kid.
Yeah.
Who
I think he later homered the regular way.
I think he's the kid that Charlton K. Gainey told us his dad is Clay County guy.
Oh, wow.
Lawrence Butler.
Okay.
Didn't he grow up in Georgia?
I believe so, yeah. He wasn't. Don't tell me he's part of the trade for Murphy.
I may blow a gasket. Yeah. No, so I'm pretty sure that's the kid. But yeah, super night. No, I dove into the quarterback series.
Okay, yeah, you like that stuff.
Oh.
I was pleased to learn. I was pleased to learn yesterday you watched Earnhardt since last.
That was terrific.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you watch all the quarterbacks at once, or is it one episode by?
You can watch them all.
Okay.
But you can't watch them all because they're an hour long and it takes time. But I got through, I think I got through 3 of them. And terrific, as expected. I mean, we got Kirk Cousins. I didn't realize the Falcons were going pretty good. The first couple games.
They had a big win at Philly, right? Wasn't that what it was early in the year? Didn't they win at Philly like week 2 or something? 2 or 3?
I'll have to check. He called Raheem after a game. He said, I learned this from Peyton Manning, and he just talks about his thoughts on the phone, but he doesn't text. He voice texts. And he told Raheem Morris,
voice messages. You
mean? Yeah. And he said, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not playing well. I don't know why. I want to talk about it. I want to figure it out. I mean, he's such a good, but he's so corny. But he does every little thing to try and help himself. But yet he's an assassin because he makes so much money.
They were 6-3 coming off a win over
That's
Dallas
what I mean.
at home. They lost to Pittsburgh at home, and everyone's like, Cousins wasn't good.
He was bad.
Week 2, they Monday Night Football, they went and won at Philly 22-21. And then they lost to Kansas City, a game they led. They lost by 5, and then they beat New Orleans, Tampa, Carolina in a row.
I think that one of those, it was the Tampa game. He threw for a franchise record 509 yards in an overtime win.
509, beat them 36-30. They beat Tampa both games last year.
Yes. And so they're sailing along. He hated, though. I tell you a little bit of insight into Kirk Cousins. That offense is shift heavy, and he hates it. And so he had to play against Pittsburgh where he knew he messed it up because you have to say go before you say this, before you check the guard, and he caused a fumble. And TJ Watt jumped on it, and they lost the game because of it. And so he hates the shifts, all the shifts in the offense, which is interesting because you don't think about these little things. But anyway,
Falcons could probably be sneaky good, man. They were in a good spot last year. They lost their last 2 games at Washington in overtime, but then they lost to Carolina at home in overtime. But I think they were out of it by the end.
He also talked about draft day, and he goes, "Yeah, I was very surprised." He was honest about it. He goes, "Look, I wouldn't have left Minnesota." He said Minnesota's going to do the same thing. What I was looking for was more than a year commitment. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted to.
Did they tell him it would be, or he just assumed? You know what I mean?
I think they presented it like you're our guy. I mean, if they give you $100 million.
Now, did he come in and then after seeing him over and over in off season, they realized that, oh my gosh, there's something?
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't that.
I don't think so because he said the ankle was fine, and so they had an opportunity. They you know how they thought themselves through it, and they said, look, this is great. We'll have Kirk for a couple years, and this kid will be our next guy. So, but you can't do that. You can't pick a guy anyway. So I haven't got to the point where he's lost his job yet.
Yeah, that doesn't come until the very, very end. He kept it all. I remembered him losing it earlier in the year, to be honest, but he was the quarterback all the way through. They won at Vegas to get to 7-7.
Uh-huh.
And with the Giants at home the next week, they went to Penix for the last 3 games. And Penix came out the gates. They beat the Giants 34-7.
Yeah.
And then they lost those 2 overtime. At 8-7, though, if they'd gone 10-7, they'd have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
They swept Tampa, so they had the tiebreak.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's fascinating. The whole thing.
I'll get into it over the 12-day respite here.
I'm telling you, the whole playing the position. And then they had the 3 of them, Burrow, Goff, and Cousins talking about when they break the huddle and what they go through.
Oh, that's Spanish.
Oh,
that's
God.
a different language.
It's not even just the play call. It's after the play call. It's what they're looking at.
What they got to look at?
Yeah. It's first thing they all say. The first thing I look at is the clock. Because if it's at 14, I'm in a good spot. But if I'm in a hurry mode.
If it's at 8.
Yeah.
We're going with what's called.
If we get the play in late, which, by the way, happened around here quite a bit year 1 DP, if I remember. But it changes everything. And it's like, and then I look at the safeties. And then they brought in all 3 of them talking, and it was just so much mumbo jumbo. It's really fascinating, though. It is the hardest position, dude.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you can't but love Joe Burrow, dude. If you watch this, you're going to be like, cool, Joe Cool.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, this guy. And he
bought a Batmobile.
You love him because he's a fashionista.
Yeah, well his swag a little different, but I like because
it's definitely different. But he's got this.
You like him because what?
He seems down to earth. He's one of the guys you hang out with.
Yeah, but he's got a fashion designer. It's classic
Joe
stuff.
Swag.
It's great stuff.
Yeah, he has some crazy stuff.
He does. And remember when he went to Paris?
Yeah, for
and he had the
Fashion Week.
open back suit. But anyway, he talked about it all. But they're all so competitive. And then Goff is a good dude, man. He's he got emotional in the series, which you're like, oh boy.
About what?
Just talking about getting traded and how he was so happy.
He's a California guy, he is, isn't he?
Yeah, and Detroit flipped his switch because they were so excited to have him. See, he was totally bummed, like, this is it. I'm done. I'm
leaving L.A., going to Detroit.
Right?
I mean,
they're just going to keep me for a year and draft a guy. And that's what we all thought. And
he's been very good.
And Brad Holmes and Campbell both called them and were like, we're so happy to have you. We can't believe we got you. You're our guy. Campbell's like, I got a quarterback. That's my quarterback, man. I'm attached at the hip. And so they love him. They love him. And, he's going along now. It's him and he doesn't look like he's as much of a hanger-out guy.
No, he don't as Joe.
Joe Cool. Joe Cool had dinner with his parents, Jamar Chase and Jamar's parents. Like, they've all obviously been tight since LSU. And he goes, and he said to Jamar Chase's dad, there's one thing you can't criticize me for. I throw the ball to your son all the time. And his daddy said, yeah, you're off the hook on that one. I mean, but Jamar Chase makes plays, dude.
Playmaker.
So, but yeah, they blew that Patriot game, and then they blew. They were 1-4. They had a chance to get to 4-4, and they blew it. That Baltimore game though was brutal. They had a 10-point lead, Jeff. They were up 38-28. You forget all these things at home in the fourth quarter, and Joe did throw an interception that allowed the Ravens to kick a long field goal to tie it. But then in overtime, Lamar fumbled. They got the ball. They sent in McPherson to kick, and he missed. He missed, and it ended up costing him.
Money Mac.
Yeah, Money Mac didn't make it. So it's good.
You do forget those little things.
Yeah.
Especially when they happen if they're not the last week of the season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Lions are going along swimmingly. Right now, I'm about halfway through the season, so everybody's going to get hit with adversity along the way. And and the Bengals have already been hit with it, and so it's good. I like it because it's kind of what we hear, kind of what we think, kind of what we know. As fans, we're usually right on a lot of this stuff. Like, I bet this upset him. Yeah, it upset him, but you get to see it.
Do they show the part where at the end of the year?
I haven't got to the end of the year.
Okay, maybe is it a 2-payment installment? But at what point does Zach Taylor give him $2 million for saving his job year after year after year after year? Because one thing's pretty awful dadgum clear. If Joe Burrow wants the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals, Taylor had been gone 2 years ago.
Oh, God.
He's got a quarterback throwing for 5,000 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions.
Can't make the playoffs.
And you can't make the playoffs?
Yeah.
So what would you be if, Deshaun Watson was your quarterback or Jameis Winston? I'll tell you, it's what you'd be Cleveland. That's what you would be.
Yeah.
Aren't many cases of a quarterback just absolutely saving a guy. Like, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
This is a no question.
Yeah.
No question. That dude is on the street without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And to the point, I'm not sure that if they went 12-5, they shouldn't fire him and get a guy who can win you a title.
I don't disagree.
They did go to a Super Bowl, I guess.
Yeah.
You ride that for a while.
Yeah, I don't disagree, but it's good stuff. I'm glad they do it. I appreciate them doing it.
The Googans are looking forward to seeing the Lions pummel us on.
Yeah.
They're
we haven't gotten to that one yet.
Fast forward through that one, maybe.
Yeah, we'll probably zip ahead of that.
Sometimes
That's one where they pummel the Titans, though. But
that's not saying much.
No,
Titans like us are terrible.
But what was funny was Goff was sitting there, and he goes, I was on the other end of this, but I don't feel sorry for him one bit. And then Amon-Ra said, yeah, let's pour it on.
Good. I love it. That's what I want my guys saying.
And I see our boy Bruni a lot because he's always sitting next to Goff. And, if Goff makes a mistake or does something well. And the other thing they do with Goff married a SI swimsuit model.
Okay.
And so it's their relationship is what is most featured with Jared Goff. But
does he cry for her too?
Well, the first year, I guess when he was in Detroit, they were 0-10-1, something like that. Do you remember that?
Goff, dude?
Yeah.
Goff was on that team?
Yeah.
Oh. That was the
Penei Sewell draft, right?
That was
his first year there. They were
first
terrible.
year with the knee biter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember? And everyone's like,
Campbell
what a
started,
disaster.
they had like a 1-win team his first year, and then they...
So anyway, she got her first SI swimsuit. She goes to all the games, but she got or all the home games, but she got her first SI swimsuit shoot.
Okay.
So she had to go to it.
All right.
So we get to see her out on the beach in her string bikini.
Okay.
And the Lions are playing... I forget who. It might have been the Vikings.
This is the 1-10 year?
This is the year that they their first win.
Okay.
And so she's
on the beach while
she's
they
on
get
the beach
win.
taking the shoot while they went for the win. 4 seconds left. He throws a touchdown pass. They win.
Okay.
And they're showing her the play. And she's jumping up and down, all excited.
That'd be fun for the boys to watch.
The boys will enjoy that.
Sure.
Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but we got a lot to do today. We got Hump Day. You ready to do it?
Yeah, I am.
We got trivia.
Get Smart John is
GSJ, the legend,
wafting in the aroma right now.
Did we do the question?
Oh yeah. You want to do our Dreamfinders Homes poll
Good
question
job,
of the day? I appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the PGA Tour, and your Florida Gators.
Look at the Braves down 10-0 in the third.
Oh my God. That was not good.
Golly, man. How can you not fire the manager, Hick?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a point where it's just there. Get rid of the dude and start over anyway.
By the way, right now you can lock in on a fixed 4.99%.
That is the guy, Clay County. His dad, Lawrence Butler's dad, played basketball with Mr. Tennant for Clay High.
Yeah. A select move-in ready home.
Blue Devil Pride in there.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
Go to dreamfindershomes.com and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Look, the Jags are opening up 8 practices to the public during training camp.
Yeah,
plus the stadium
announced that
scrimmage.
yesterday.
What are your thoughts? I'll be there for every one of them. Whew. Scrimmage only. We'll get to 1 or 2. We're talking practice.
Yeah. We typically go to the stadium scrimmage.
Okay.
So if there is one on there, I mean, but being in the media, you don't need it open to the public to go.
Yes.
But as a fan, that's the one I would be inclined to go to.
A scrimmage only. Okay. E?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
1 or 2?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Okay. Right now.
By the way, I think that this is a generational answer. This answer was a lot different for me 30 years ago.
Okay.
20 years ago when I was E's age, 1 or 2 would be the answer. Then it's a lot going into that, E.
Yeah.
Like going in and getting down there.
Yeah. We're talking practice 60% right now.
Dang.
Get to 1 or 2, 30%. Scrimmage only 8%. Only you hardcore Guggen Jaguar fans, I'll be there for all 2%. Going to every one of them. 8 open practices in a scrimmage.
Good for the 2%. That's good for the 2%. There is certainly nothing incumbent on anybody to go to all 8 practices.
But that's impressive. That's impressive.
2%. Those 2%ers, they'll probably get T-shirts made.
2%ers?
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh, they got the teal on every practice.
And good for them. You need those. You need those. By the way, I expect that training camp will set attendance records if they keep such things.
All right.
People are excited. They want to see Travis Hunter. That's a good opportunity. People also go to those hoping that they could get maybe an autograph. That's right. That's the one opportunity where you still not have a great chance, but you have a chance. Let's come back when we get Smart John. What do you say?
Let's do it.
They're listening to The Drill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday, and we Hump Day Stump Day next.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
All right, just to keep things in context about how pitchers are used now in baseball, I bring you this little gem, and I do it with my ball club because it's my ball club. The 1969 World Champion Mets played an entire regular season, 162 games. They used 15 pitchers. 15 pitchers. Do you hear me? In 1969 for the entire season. All right? And by the way, 2 guys pitched once, 1 guy pitched twice, and another guy pitched 3 times. We are not yet at the All-Star break. All right? And last night, the Mets used their 36th pitcher of the year. So I don't know what it is, but don't tell me pitchers ain't breaking down now more than ever. 36 pitchers. The 69 Mets used basically 12. Woo.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Achieving greatness in sports radio.
Now, this is going to be the hardest, most difficult thing you ever attempted in your entire life. But you know what? When it's over,
Get emotional. 1010XL.
you guys are going to be champions. Champions.
Where winners listen.
Champions.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times, and I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. And when I say interesting, man, I mean it. Dow's high right now. The Dow was low a couple months ago. Those tariffs were introduced. I'm panicking, but not the ITP Partners, man. They got the experience, the expertise, the knowledge, and they're always there for me. And that's what I love about Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright and Dan Abel, Janice Cobb and Reed Wingate. The ITP Partners are there for you. They're there to talk to you. They're there to build a strategy with you where your goals become their priority. Folks, it's time to get in the game. If you're a young person, get in the game. If you're an older person, it's not too late. Just contact them. They'll help you out. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. My financial partners for life.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC expert, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Here's Linda Beaver.
The dog days of summer are here, and so are the hottest deals of the year. Whether you're hauling down the street, cruising on the beach, or just escaping the heat, we have the ride you're looking for and the wow you experience you deserve. Save big on select models with sizzling summer savings, low financing, and limited time bonus cash on all trades. So don't sweat it. Come beat the heat at Beaver Automotive, where the summer deals will wow you.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
Rick Bogan
blue for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental, with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoors Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Football season is almost here, so before it arrives, I'm going to get my home organized. Lauren Brooks here. Closets by Design creates custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms or entertainment centers. Anywhere that needs to be organized. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off with free installation. Yes, that's 40% off plus an additional 15% off during the month of July. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
First half champion Jumbo Shrimp are home this week at 5-Star Ballpark. Tonight is Charity Begins at Home featuring Dreams Come True. Tomorrow it's Coors Light Thirsty Thursday, then Friday fireworks presented by JTA. It's Hallow Weekend with a Mummy Hawaiian shirt giveaway Saturday presented by Swisher, and the weekend ends with Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Underwood has completed 75 years in business, and now you are starting your next 75 years. If you were going to simplify things, what is the single most important thing in Underwood's history, and what will be the most important thing in your future?
Frank, that's simple. Our honesty and integrity. You know, our founder, H.F. Underwood's favorite saying was, know the truth and tell the truth. That's why we're the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in Florida. Because we know you have to have the knowledge about gemstones before you can tell the truth about them. That's why we continue to educate our staff through the Gemological Institute of America and the American Gem Society. In fact, today, Underwoods has the largest American Gem Society credentialed staff of professionals east of the Mississippi River. So come by and see why we're looking forward to the next 75 years and let one of our experts assist you.
That's at Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, the Shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
The SEC and the ACC will face off in Jacksonville at the 81st TaxSlayer Gator Bowl game December 27th at 7:30 p.m. Join us for Saturday night football in prime time at the bank. Preferred locations and pricing available now at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Get Smart John is polished up by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
You know him, you love him. He's bald, he's beautiful. He smells so damn good.
Spades in the
Eau de Sauvage.
Oh, I took a little bath in the Eau de Sauvage this morning as well. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. You guys are Sauvage brothers.
Smell-o-vision right now. You go get a whiff of V and you can sense John in the room.
Yeah, get Smart John at TriviaNation.com. Johnny!
Morning, John.
Good morning, Googans.
Morning, Guggen.
I have to be honest. Every time I wear that Sauvage, I always get a compliment.
Yes,
every time.
Every
time.
Surveys say.
It's definitely a dropper.
90%
I don't know
of the
how
time, it
Johnny,
works every time.
you take them as compliments. I think people are just telling you, man, you got a lot of stink on you, buddy.
Hey, look at that.
And you say, thank you. Yeah. I think
do.
that's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, ignorance is bliss. Now, last week, Dan, you were not here.
No, I was not.
And I can't tell you, Jeff, how many Googans and Googanellas came up to me at my shows and
That's
said,
good because I didn't ask you. So that's a perfect combo there.
Well, that's right, unsolicited. And basically all said the same thing. Tell Jeff he's a big dummy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Perfect.
What's that?
I don't remember, nor do I care to, and so I don't want to waste 2 minutes going back. Questions.
Okay.
Holy
I have
hockey sticks.
I have to share something with you because you're just talking about Mr. Ken's father and playing basketball. So, because I am that old, you remember Coach John Baldwin, who longtime Bishop, right?
Yeah.
So he played basketball for Notre Dame, and he played against one John Wooden, who played for Purdue.
All-American at Purdue.
Yeah.
Boiler up.
Just wanted to share that. How about that?
That's pretty good.
Pretty good career,
By the way,
Wooden.
that goes way back.
Way back.
Yeah,
Well, listen, he was old when I was at BK.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
I am surprised that the BK coach, even though it was before I got here, was the same age as Wooden. That does surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would be the same age.
Well, you got to think about
99.
Yeah, you got to think about Johnny's in college, and what Johnny? When did you graduate in high school?
79.
79.
Yeah.
When did this Coach
and he's
Baldwin
old.
leave?
Oh, Baldwin was still there when I graduated.
79.
Yeah, he was still teaching. He was still teaching.
But not into like the 90s when I moved here, right?
No.
It was gone by then, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. All right. We're going to get you started with candy.
I want candy.
Bam, 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 bam.
And this is, by the way, question one. And it was, as I say, usually the first question out of the gate is typically kind of a softball, but this one may have tripped up some people.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying anything after we ate a big fat crow last week, Hick. It was big feathers.
Oh,
okay.
Because of that, the audio clue is dedicated to Jeff, too.
Okay, good. Love the dedications.
Yeah.
Find out what it is. Might be
You
your
may not appreciate it so much.
Might be your last week.
He's like Casey
It's getting
Kasem.
a little too over your skis with some of this behind-the-scenes maneuver. I'm just telling you.
Last week, what do we do next week?
Well, take it under advisement. I'll get intern Sam.
Oh,
and he'll ask the questions.
Oh, really? Really?
And you know what
Okay.
he won't do? He won't circle back every week and chop us at the knees.
Oh no, Johnny.
Jeff is a perfect example of you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Really close. really, like right up against the line.
Okay.
I'm not trying to dish out, not take. I'm trying to get a question. 729.
In the late 90s, what candy bar used the ad slogan, 2 for me, none for you?
2 for me.
It's Twix, ain't it?
Is that it?
That sounds like a good answer to me.
I'm pretty sure it's Twix.
Okay.
What,
We'll go with Twix.
What else are we going to go with? Mounds?
Yes.
We'll go Twix. Yes, sir.
Yes, very good.
Left
Very
Twix,
good.
right Twix. They're different.
Yes.
Very good. Actors.
In what country was Arnold Schwarzenegger born?
Austria.
Yes.
I got a tumor.
Get me to the chopper. I thought it was, that's not a tumor.
Boys have a headache.
Just for extra, what was that movie?
Which one? Not a tumor?
It's not a tumor.
Isn't that Kindergarten Cop?
Kindergarten.
It is.
Yeah.
There was another more distinct little
Yes,
kid.
there was. There was a little comparing the.
That's not a tumor.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Right.
Get me to the chopper.
That's a different movie.
Okay. Geography.
What a country, buddy.
Love it. Don't know much about geography.
Blue question. Let's see.
Which one of the following islands is one of the Lesser Antilles? Barbados, Cuba, Jamaica, or Puerto Rico?
That's a Barbados, I'd say. What do you say?
Yeah.
Barbados.
Yeah, I know you know your geography.
Oh, that's
in that
kinda,
area.
That's the puddle jumping area down there too. So yeah.
How many years were you in Puerto Rico?
4.
Okay. Animal.
Well, 3.5. I started freshman year basically. In
Vegetables.
graduate. Minerals.
Valedictorian.
Oh, 29% class. It'll happen.
What type of creature, the star of a series of 90s films, was the heaviest animal ever transported by air?
Oh, wasn't it the elephant, the pachyderm in that film? They carried the.
Oh, I thought it was the hippo, but you could be right.
Trying to think of a film. Did you say a franchise? It's more than one film? Just one movie?
A series of 90s films. Yes, there was more than one.
What animal had to be transported to heavy?
Wasn't it something Jumbo or
that feels like an elephant?
But there was no. What elephant franchise movie do y'all remember though? Elephant movie? What is it?
I don't remember a franchise. I remember a movie.
Well, I'm thinking about like. Say the question again one more time.
What type of creature, the star of a series of 90s films, was the heaviest animal ever transported by air?
Yeah, what 90s creature?
I'll bet you all have seen the movie too. Maybe not.
Is it just one? Am I wrong now? Is it just one movie now you're saying? Or is there more than one?
No.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
I'm saying the original was the most known.
What are we doing, guys?
Wasn't Jumbo a movie?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, all right. You're gonna go with elephant.
Dumbo or
Dumbo is the movie, but I don't remember a few of them. And to my knowledge, Dumbo is a cartoon, so I don't know.
See, I'm talking about Jumbo and his Dumbo.
yeah, we're all off.
That's what
I would think it'd be like giraffe, maybe like a is there? I don't know.
Elephant.
We're going elephant.
What were you gonna say, Jeff?
Like a whale?
Yes.
Yeah.
Killer whale or orca?
Yeah.
Free Willy?
Okay, Free Willy. There.
Yeah.
That's BS.
Yeah. I should have said it. I wasn't even thinking orca though. That would have been kind of cheap.
Well, you know why? Probably because of the way it was termed animal. You're thinking something on land.
You said creature.
You know?
No, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Jaws. It was a dinosaur. I saw it. Tyrannosaurus Rex. He was definitely bigger than orca. Sports.
In a NASCAR race, what color flag is waved at a car if the driver needs to return to the pit immediately for consultation, usually due to mechanical problems or a broken rule?
And is that black flag?
Yeah.
Yes, black flag. Speaking of racing, I did see that movie F1. It was good with Brad Pitt.
Just one movie though.
Yeah.
It was the multiple.
Oh,
movies.
you thought it was good?
No. Yeah, it was. It's just under 3 hours. It's long, but it was good. Yeah.
I guess the orca's bigger than the elephant.
Shout out to my son.
Yes.
Shout out to my son-in-law, big F1 fan. So he went. He couldn't wait for it. First night, I think he went to it, and he said, 7 out of 10 is what he gave it. He said,
I give it a 7.5 to 8.
He said, it's a little, because he's a big F1 fan. So he said, a little, I have to suspend my, that kind of thing. But he liked it. He said it was good.
Okay. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Movies.
What 1974 horror film's title weapon was a Poulin 245A?
That's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Leatherface.
Yeah. By the way, this next question, which is history, it should have been a social, but it wasn't last night. I was disappointed. So, who surrendered on May 7th, 1945? Germany or Japan?
Who surrendered on what day?
May 7th, 1945. Germany or Japan?
That's supposed to be easy, huh? Wow. I would
victory over Japan, VJ Day. I remember. Okay, wait. When did we drop the?
Yeah, I think in that
because they surrendered almost immediately, right? We dropped 2 bombs and then they. What was the date? May 7th, you said?
45.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that May 7th a day? Is that a day? Do we like every May 7th? That's not one of the.
You've heard of VJ Day, right?
That propaganda ended by the time I was elementary. That was.
So I don't know Victory over Germany Day, but I know VJ Day. So I would lean towards Japan, but I don't know.
I don't know the time. I feel like Germany was before then.
Like I don't like.
Let's go Japan.
Yeah.
Japan.
Germany.
Damn it.
When was Japan? 46?
The atom bomb in August, and then August 6th and August 9th, and then they surrendered in September. So
that's BS.
Yeah. See, I don't know if that your expectations of a social there. That's tough. That's hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my expectation was that
social
you
means
got
everyone
this.
gets it.
Everyone got it?
Okay.
No, his expectation was that everyone would get
I thought, well, again, but, certain dates kids today don't know, like December 7th, 1941.
Listen, you're among the elite eggheads of this country if you know that Japan and Germany were the ones that surrendered to the U.S., and you get extra credit. You're a damn genius in this country if you know it was in the 40s. So we feel pretty good about the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
These kids are idiots, dude. Go to the mall. Go to the town center and ask them questions. Ask them, ask them what state Houston is in. I swear, you'll get 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah. May have known someone once that thought Baltimore was a state.
Man, if you're under the age of 25 right now with a phone in your pocket, you're a dodo.
And you would think access to all that information would be helpful, but apparently not.
Well, I mean, I get it. If you got the answer always in your hand, why learn anything? Is that what we're doing?
Well,
a little bit of that. I mean, I just feel like you should know where Seattle is. You could put a blank map with the state outline and tell 100 people to put the state of Ohio in the right spot, and about 15% would put it there.
Yeah, can't argue with that. It's true. Movies. And there's going to be a bonus.
All right.
What 2006 Mark Wahlberg movie shares its title with the title of Michael Jackson's final studio album of new material released during his lifetime?
What?
Mark Wahlberg movie.
One word title.
What was the Mark Wahlberg movie where he was after Reese Witherspoon? Isn't that about this?
Ain't it Contraband?
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. This is before 96.
I didn't like the way this works, so I am going to give a little.
Well,
I'm going to give a little.
Just read it again before you give it.
Okay.
What year was it?
96.
2006.
Oh,
What
2006.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg movie shares its title with the title of Michael Jackson's final studio album of new material released during his lifetime.
Let me run through some movies.
He's been in way a lot.
I know.
The one-word movies.
Too bad we don't have any
Departed, no Departed on Michael Jackson.
We need the Michael Jackson. That's where you get it.
Yeah. One-word movies. No.
2000. He said it was a one-word movie?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. All right. What about what was Wahlberg in? 2006.
Was it the football movie? Is that
that's called
Invincible?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Is that Jackson?
Invincible.
That's Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Invincible.
Very good. That was actually a pretty good movie. Now for the bonus.
Yes.
Can you tell me
No.
the first and last name of the player he portrayed?
Yeah.
Papello.
Yeah, Vince Papale.
Vince Papale. Very good.
Papale. Yeah, Vince Papale.
Okay.
Great movie, by the way.
Yeah. I even thought Greg Kinnear did okay doing Dick Vermeil.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Greg Kinnear actually ended up being a pretty good actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw him in something the other day. What were we watching? I can't remember.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy, though.
Oh. Dear.
Okay. Science. Copper and zinc are combined to create what alloy?
Copper and zinc, Jeff, make pennies.
Yes, they do. It's copper and all right. This is where my Georgia Tech grad father is just disowns me.
Like to phone a friend.
Come on, man. I worked in the steel industry for 50 years. You can't
Copper
get
and
this
zinc,
right.
idiot. It's steel.
It's sulfur. It's carbon.
It's a diamond. It's a diamond.
Copper and what now?
Zinc.
Make an alloy. They make aluminum.
Metal, aluminum.
Yeah, it's aluminum.
There we go.
It would be brass.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I feel it was a great opportunity for aluminum to really thrive there, but guess they chose not to.
Okay, so now we have the audio clue.
Oh, boy.
Which I'm just going to preface by saying you need to let it marinate for a little bit, okay? Again, dedicated to Jeff.
Dedicated to Jeff.
The Googans and Guggenellis, primarily Guggenellis.
Well, you tell them I'm taken.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
This is is Yacht Rock. Is the answer Yacht Rock, John?
That would be correct too. Yes.
It's marinating. It's marinating going on.
A lot of marination.
What are we looking for?
You'll start to recognize it. Just let it.
Oh, I recognize it. I know the song. I mean, I'm not saying I know it to give an answer to a trivia question.
Squat yet.
I do.
Okay, good.
Again, this is a little bigger intro than the radio version would have given.
Good Lord. It's like American Pie. We got
It's like Alan Parsons Project. Marinating.
Still marinating.
Wouldn't want to be like you.
There you go. That's the line. Okay. And by the way, what did you say, Jeff?
I said
who it was.
Alan Parsons Project. Is that what I
That would
said?
be correct.
Yeah, there
That would
we
be
go.
correct.
Boom.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to be like you. Yes.
Perfect.
Well done.
Okay. Yes. Very good.
Tell him in return, wouldn't want to be with you.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, Johnny, we got time for a couple
There's
more.
my response.
Okay. All right. Current events.
Current events.
Yes. Who did boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. lose to on June 28th, just days before Chavez was detained by ICE agents?
Last name Paul.
Yes, it's Jake Paul. That was Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, yes.
Last name Paul.
I got up the next morning, and wow, that was the most boring fight maybe I've ever seen in my whole life.
Wonderful. That's kind of what he does.
Even more boring than the Tyson fight.
Wow.
Hard to believe, but
that is hard to believe.
It's true. Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay.
Statues of Liberty.
A statue of Patriot Ethan Allen can be found within the Capitol building in what state capital city?
Boston? Is that a state capital? Ethan Allen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the Northeast, right?
For sure. I was thinking Providence, maybe. It's one of the new. I mean, it's one of those. It's a New England. It could be. It could be. I guess it could be Boston. Boston is the capital, right, of Massachusetts. Remember the old days where you knew the capitals? This is what happens when you tell everyone that if you went to the town center and ask them questions, this is what happens. Okay? So I'm at least that self-aware, Googans. You can giggle with me. Ethan Allen
could be
furniture. It's Baltimore. It's
definitely the Northeast.
It's definitely
but it may
Atlantic
not be
coast.
Like what else? Like Connecticut, Vermont. Any of those
Rhode
stick
Island,
out? Yeah. You liked Rhodey?
New Jersey.
You liked Rhodey? No,
I don't necessarily like it. I don't know if Providence came into my head.
I think it's either
Cape Cod.
Yeah, I think it's either Massachusetts, Vermont,
Hartford,
Connecticut. But I was in Connecticut, and I went to Hartford, and I don't. Now I didn't go to.
Ethan Allen feels like a Boston name to me, but
yeah.
But we've also been to Boston.
But that's Paul Revere.
Yeah, and yeah, let's go.
Whatever you want.
We're gonna go Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good guess. It's actually Montpelier, Vermont.
Okay.
Yeah. Got time for one more?
Yeah,
one more.
All right, TV. Going old school. For what 1960s TV series did Bill Cosby win 3 consecutive Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series?
Is that the spy one?
Yes, it is.
What was the name of it?
What is that show?
You've got this.
Yeah, it's
my something the spy. Was that it or no? No, it's not the man from U.N.C.L.E., right? Is that it? No,
I don't think so.
Now I know where I can see him in like a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's some spy.
It's some spy, but I'm with you. I Spy?
Yeah.
I Spy.
That's it. I Spy.
Good.
All right.
I Paul. Okay.
Total snag. All right, Johnny. Appreciate you, my man.
All right, boys. Have a
All
good
in
day.
jest. Have a good week, buddy.
See you, Johnny!
Okay, all right, here we go. We're back with more next. It is a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, Tommy Mack joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl for the new and improved Helmets and Heels. New attitude, new time. Catch the new look Helmets and Heels afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL. Tommy Mack makes his Helmets and Heels debut July 14th.
It's Christmas in July at Beard's Diamonds. Why not celebrate your anniversary with a stunning eternity band or a pair of diamond stud earrings? Buy now and get up to 40% off. Don't miss this annual event. Best prices of the year store-wide. And remember, Beard's Diamonds is your local jeweler with over 4 decades of delivering the best value, the best quality, and the best overall experience. With no commission salespeople, no corporate sales quotas, and no nonsense pricing. Beard's Diamonds at the shops at Town Center. Shop local. Shop Beard's.
Hey, Hicken here. Tired of glasses or contacts? Discover customized vision solutions at Bowden Eye and Associates. Dr. Bowden's team offers cutting-edge options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, and classic LASIK designed to fit your life. Picture perfect vision for reading, driving, or just enjoying the day. It's easier than you think. Call now and get that free, that's right, I said free screening. Bowden Eye and Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
This is Joe C. from XL Primetime and stoked to crank up the 9 after 5 once again at the Golf Club of Southampton. Every Wednesday, a little after 5, the gang at Southampton will be hosting us with a new game, and I'm inviting you to be a part of it. Now, through the summer stretch, break up the week with a little Hump Day fun every Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY to get on the tee sheet. There'll be food afterwards and prizes, including playing for a membership at the Golf Club of Southampton. Call 287-PLAY and hit the tee with Joe C.
Get ready. The Jacksonville Rock Orchestra brings to life the magic of Fleetwood Mac. Like you've never heard it before. A 27-piece symphony fused with a full rock band, performing timeless hits like Rhiannon, Dreams, and You Make Loving Fun. One night only, July 11th at the historic Florida Theater. Get tickets today at floridatheater.com.
Your yard starting to look a little like a jungle? Well, it might be time for a little TLC. Or how about RTC, Russell Tree Care? At Russell Tree Care, they give your trees the perfect haircut. Whether it's trimming or removing, they'll make sure your yard looks its best, all while keeping safety as a top priority. Call Russell Tree Care today and let them take care of your trees. Russell Tree Care, 844-4Mr. Wood. That's 844-467-9663. Or visit RussellTreeCareLLC.com today. Your trees will thank you.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph has been a legend on-road. They've branched out to their off-road division as well. Give us the latest on what you can find on the asphalt.
They've got some great new products. They've got the Scrambler 400s you can get into for a little less than you might think. It's a great price point bike, but still a Triumph.
So affordability is also part of the equation.
It is, and it looks good, and it rides good.
CyclesofJacksonville.com, or check them out on their Facebook page. The showroom ready and waiting for you on Atlantic near Regency at Cycles of Jacksonville.
Brian Wall here. Would you take your paycheck, go to the bank, cash it, and then simply throw it up in the air? I didn't think so. But in a way, over the years, that is exactly what you're doing if you have old or builder-grade windows in your home. Even if you have a brand new home, those windows are not the best windows you can have to save on your energy bills. Window World has sold millions of replacement windows to homeowners like you, and Window World's customer satisfaction is the highest in the business. Please check Window World out yourself and save on your new windows and on your energy bills. Compare with other companies and you'll see Window World is simply the best for less. It's up to you. You can call Window World and get a free estimate, get the best guarantee in the window replacement business, save money on your new windows, and save more on your energy bills. Call Window World today at 904-443-7001 or go online to windowworldneflorida.com. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Rebound Rehabilitation. 11 great locations across the First Coast, and they're just a click away when it comes to feeling strong and healthy again. If you need the best path to recovery, look no further than Rebound Rehab. Log on and check out one of their great 11 locations.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations. Oh, I got a good one I heard in the break. I can't share it with you. Sorry, Googans. No, can't do it. Can't do it, but it's a good one.
You're better off not saying it.
Outside, it just shook me. It shook me.
Oh, wow.
Got it from the Oxgator, so
That's
shout out.
too bad. I further apologize, Googans, that I'll find out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'll run it through the filters, but it was good stuff.
I'm not going to betray any secretive confidence, but
I've got a good one, though. Sports concepts and rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. This one is almost as good, and this is one that everybody should go and watch. And there's more to the story, okay? At the end of the 10-minute drill, by the way, E likes to hand out a prize pack. E, what are you dazzling them with today?
I got a pair of voucher tickets to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. The Shrimp are at home against Norfolk this week for a 6-game series, but one lucky winner could win a pair of voucher tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Okay. So I showed this to you yesterday, Jeff, but I'll explain it to the listeners. Just playing a simple round of golf. Everybody's playing a simple round of golf. We all go out and play golf. Dudes are out playing golf. And you got in this particular course, and I think it might be in Canada, but I'm not sure. We got two guys in front of us.
Oh, I saw it.
Who are drunk as hell.
Oh, I saw it.
Okay? They are they're hammered.
Okay.
And they're playing slow. And the boys behind have finally had enough. And this guy, can't get his ball on the tee. Okay? And so there's two of them, I think. And so the group comes up behind them, and they've had enough. And so it turns into an F-bomb circus. You know? You guys, either get behind us but we're playing through enough. This is ridiculous. Bleepity bleep bleep. Bleepity bleep bleep. The one guy's bleeping back. The other guy's up on the tee box. Quiet.
The slow guy.
The slow guy.
One of the two slow guys.
Trying to put his ball on the tee. He turns around. He's got the sunglasses on.
Oh, yeah. He looked like the ultimate Jersey Shore type of vibe.
Yeah. So he turns around and goes, "That's enough! All right.
He starts raging.
Let's go!" Takes his sunglasses, throws them down. Okay?
And then goes up to the group that's trying to get through them.
You want to go. And for whatever reason, he picks out one of the bigger dudes.
Yeah. He rushed him.
He rushed him.
Yeah, it was a bad.
Bigger dude took him. They kind of go about 10 feet. They're not swinging yet. They're sort of wrestling. Bigger dude grabs him and throws him into the pond.
Yeah.
Threw him in a pond.
But he said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
By the way, it was literally like a high school kid and a 6th grader.
Yes.
Like from the standpoint, it's that old cliche where you extend your arm and you put your palm on their forehead and they just swing their arms and they can't even get to you.
Yes.
By the way, keep that in mind because he's gonna measure boy up here in about 2 minutes.
But there's more. This is what makes the story. So I showed you the video yesterday. You're watching it.
Yeah. But then he measures him up, and he's just
right. So anyway, he gets out of the pond, and he probably should have had enough because the big fella tossed him
and he's telling him, bro,
a rag doll.
Enough.
Right. So
he doesn't want to beat the hockey sticks out of him, but he's about to.
But anyway, So he goes back up, and Burrow, the big guy, grabs him by the collar, right by the collar, and then proceeds to give us a Mike Breen play-by-play. Every time he hits him, he says, "Bang, bang,
Every time.
bang."
I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, that's what he did. So every time he hits him,
he hit him with the bang every time.
He says bang. All right, so that's pretty good. So then
the gentleman's game, Goff.
Right.
So now our guy is messed up. Okay,
he's punched him. He's caught. He's like, you know how it is when you get half knocked out. He's wobbling around.
He's wobbling around,
still running his mouth.
But still, stop. He doesn't stop.
And the other guy's saying, "Quit."
Yeah. So then he grabs him and throws him
just
like
flings
10
it.
feet.
Yeah,
like through the air.
Yeah.
So dude, he's got some strength.
Like an inappropriate promotion at a bar in the '80s. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Tossing.
Yeah. So now
you feel me?
This is okay. It's Alberta, Canada.
Okay.
It's the 4th of July.
All right. Well, which they don't celebrate.
Yeah. And we learned to find out at the Alberta Springs Golf Course that the guy who's beating the other guy's ass, at least you just got your ass beat by former NHL player Nick Tarnasky.
Is that who it was?
Who starred for the Tampa Bay Lightning and Florida Panthers for 12 years.
He tried not to beat his A. He tried.
According to the Toronto Sun, the man alleged to be Tarnasky was left frustrated by two other golfers taking too long on a hole. One of the golfers, who appeared to be intoxicated, squared up to him. The man reported to be Tarnasky warned him to back away. The golfer charged at him. So I bleeping told you he bleeping came at me. The soaking wet golfer then charged again. That's when we got the bang, bang, bang. It was bad, dude.
I will say
that's not a guy you want to go scrap with.
Plus, they know how to fight, and you can see it. You
Correct.
know, in hockey, they hold that shoulder pad, and boom, that's just what he's doing.
Yeah.
And
was he a goon?
Yes,
he was a goon.
He was a goon.
That's great.
I was a little disappointed in his, he wasn't dropping him the way he was supposed to, though. As the goon, as the enforcer.
Just put him down and hold him there kind of deal.
Like,
You think he took too many shots?
Yeah, the hit should have been cleaner.
Yeah, just hit one shot, put him down. I don't know, bro. He threw him in a pond.
Yeah.
He pushed him down. What do you got to do? Maybe he thought this guy needs to get 4 times and go night-night.
You should have sonic boomed him.
But yeah, that was Nick Tarnasky.
Yeah, I've never heard of him, but he's a big guy. You can tell. He's a big dude. And did you guys? Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, that's it. It was, dude. You're having a bad day.
Did you see? Did you guys see what happened in the Shrimp game last night?
No, what happened?
So the Shrimp are playing, I believe it was Norfolk. Yeah, the Norfolk Tides on the road. Right? Yeah. And so the pitcher for there's a runner on third.
Okay.
And the pitcher's on the mound. And I'm trying to say, I need my glasses. Is it the Shrimp are on third.
Okay.
They have a runner on third.
Okay.
And the pitcher is on the mound, and he's getting ready. He's in the set position.
Okay.
From the stretch, and the thunder and lightning boom, and he startles him, and it's a balk.
Yeah.
And so the guy comes home for third. That ought to be like
that's a tough one.
Act of God or something.
I don't know. That's a tough one to call. I mean, if there's a lightning boom, first off, why are we on the field? And secondly, it scared me. So I don't know.
By the way, somebody did say, I'm looking at the some of the comments to this. This is a post on X. John Boy, I love your boy, John Boy. But it says covered in Rule 9, no need to call balk here. So maybe they did have an out. You know what I mean? They had a way. They didn't have to call it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's another one that shouldn't have been called a balk. The pitcher finishing the pitch could have posed potential danger to the catcher or the umpire because they were startled and distracted too.
Right. Well, that's too bad. And it is what it is. But
the Shrimp, AAA have been very good, and suddenly so have the Marlins. By the way, 10 straight on the road for the Miami Marlins, who are well ahead of the Cadavers. So the Cadavers are behind them, and maybe Washington will pass the Cadavers too. That'd be great. A nice last place finish. Show us who you really are.
Well, we got the Murphy Power Hour coming up a little bit later,
Terrific.
so we'll visit with Daniel and talk some ball with him.
I want to ask him about the prospect of a team quitting. I mean, I'm not being facetious.
Yeah,
I mean, that's something that runs into in pro sports. Like, what do you.
Well, he's always said it makes it tougher down,
for sure. Is it even tougher, though, when you look around and there's no reason for you to be where you are, and you look at a bunch of guys that you know should be doing more, yet they're going to go 1 for 5 or 0 for 4 tonight? I mean, at some point, you turn on each other and start like, hey, dude, you suck. What's wrong with you? Why can't you hit anymore? You're one to talk.
E, were you able to locate what I showed you?
No, there's too many of them. I can't see. I need to see it again.
All right. It's King Slime. But, and we'll do this when we come back, because we'll let, I need E to explain this exactly what's going on. I don't know the whole pretense, but involves a former Jaguar. And
what?
It's good.
Is this the story you got last break?
Oh, no.
Oh, so I've got that one, too.
This is a good one. This is a good one, too.
Nice.
You'll be stoked for this. Yeah, we're rocking today.
Awesome.
I'm full of good material. All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. And E, tell them what they're going to win.
I got a pair of voucher tickets to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. The Shrimp are at home against Norfolk this week for a 6-game series. One lucky winner getting 2 vouchers to the game. Holla at your boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Your home team's radio home.
To the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Oh, Jacksonville Hickett here with a game changer. Look, I've tested the field and I'm jumping the shark. Checkmate Coatings, the new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results. You want to talk floor coatings and start with your garage. That's a game changer, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Patios, pool decks, driveways. Brendan's your guy over at Checkmate Coatings. This guy knows coatings. He knows the chemistry that's involved in it, right? And he's a local dude, man. We take care of our local people. Our true Jacksonville crew keeps prices low with no massive overhead. Slam dunk those floors of yours. You want more information? CheckmateCoatings.com. CheckmateCoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings. It's your floor's missing piece. Da-da-da-da.
Are you living with diabetic neuropathy? That pain and numbness in your hands or feet? What about chronic knee or shoulder pain? Maybe you've tried various treatments, but they've been ineffective. Now there's a solution. Dr. Ferdinand Formoso specializes in advanced pain management and offers breakthrough neuromodulation treatments for those conditions. His innovative treatments target the source of your pain, offering relief where medications may fall short. All procedures are performed outpatient with no hospitalization required. Just a chance for you to feel and live better. If you want to learn more, Dr. Formoso is hosting free informational classes where he'll explain the benefits of neuromodulation therapies and how they can help eliminate your pain. Spaces are limited, so call to reserve your spot now with offices on the South Side, West Side, and Jacksonville Beach. Relief is possible with Formoso spine and joint pain specialists.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast orthopedic specialists performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast orthopedic specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast orthopedic specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast orthopedic specialists.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is thrilled to announce you can get all of their flavors and original vodka at PJ Liquors in St. Augustine. PJ Liquors, since 1999, has been serving up summertime fun. Now enjoy Brackish Vodka, the #1 local vodka in North Florida. Brackish Vodka is the first clean craft vodka, and you can find their 9 flavors at PJ Liquors. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is, proud partner of the Jaguars.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
They were right. It could have waited. I can't believe it happened to me. Reaching to check my phone. Now my family has to hear that I'm never coming home again.
Officer?
I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
Every day, 9 people on Florida roadways don't make it home. I was one of the people that didn't make it home.
Ride with Do Not Disturb. Every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, I don't know why you bring that up. That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy. Why so glum?
Stinky ice cubes, Jason. It's all downhill from here.
What?
The tap water at my place smells kind of funky. Funky tap water makes funky ice cubes. I meet a nice girl, invite her back to my place for a cocktail, and blow my whole romantic gesture with a mojito that smells like dog's feet.
Wait, I can totally make you way cooler.
I'm not taking your charity ice cubes, Jason. I have my pride.
Your pride is safe. Our plumbers can be at your house the day you call and install a whole home water purification system. Water tastes better, dishes come out cleaner, even your hair feels better after you shower.
Ooh, the ladies love a man with soft hair, don't they, Jason?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend every day worried about the water in your own home, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Registration is now open for the Circle K Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament. With over $450,000 in cash and prizes, fun starts on July 13th with the inaugural Kickoff Beach Tournament that has a $50,000 cash first place prize. There's also a junior offshore tournament and one for the lady anglers. Best of all, the winner of the General Offshore Tournament takes home a Contender 28T with twin Yamaha 200s. Register today at kingfishtournament.com.
Sun's out, deals on at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Summer's here, and so are the flavor-packed deals, like a Yingling beer-battered fish sandwich, chicken salad lettuce wraps, or the combo basket, all for under $14. Craving more? Add 3 bone-in wings to any handheld or entree for just $3.49. Sip on a refreshing peach tea cocktail, or grab an ice-cold Michelob Ultra. Perfect for patio season. Summer's never tasted this good. Find yours at hurricanewings.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Jaguar wideout Brian Thomas Jr. is getting national recognition. He just landed at number 18 on the NFL's top 25 under 25 list heading into the 2025 season. After a monster rookie year with over 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, the league is officially on notice. Meanwhile, former Gator and SEC analyst Chris Doering voiced his biggest concern for Florida football heading into the fall.
I do have in the back of my mind, guys, this fear of an unprepared team like I saw last year. Why were they not ready to go at the beginning of the year? That's the one fear I have right now.
Around the state, the Tigers stayed hot, winning their 5th straight with a 4-2 dub over the Tampa Rays. The Marlins crushed the Reds 12-2, pushing their road win streak to 11. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 808 at 78 degrees, your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. So, I'm not real familiar, but their site. What's Twitch? Tell the boys what Twitch
is. Just a streaming site. I think it's mostly used for like gamers.
Okay.
Right. So people will log on to watch, the top video gamers play. Okay. They also do, like, you'll see gamblers, dudes playing blackjack or slots on Twitch. It's kind of like this YouTube site. Live. It's basically what we do here for the YouTube feed. Only it's its own. Yeah. It's its own thing. It's just it's a live streaming site. You can do a podcast. You can do a radio show.
So we have an attractive young lady on Twitch. What is she doing? Just talking back and forth with people? Is that what's going on?
She's probably doing a little. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just talking. Just fires up her stream. She probably does some. So sometimes it's cooking tips. It could be whatever.
Whatever it is.
But she ain't doing cooking tips.
Yeah.
But she also doesn't look like she's full blown like OnlyFans. I mean, I don't think she's out there.
Did you say cooking tips?
Yeah, cooking shows and stuff. All kinds of stuff like
tips.
Well, what's wrong with a cooking tip?
Nothing.
You think I said?
No, I didn't think anything. I asked you a question.
Ever since you started
watching, simple question.
Ever since you started watching that show, it's like an IQ point a day. Just like one a day.
It's not true.
What do you watch? Love Island?
No. The Creek. He hears things now. He hears ghosts now because he watches it and says it.
I shipped my pants.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He thought I said, tidbit.
But anyway, so the young lady's on doing the cooking tips or whatever it may be on Twitch. And we get a celebrity on there who's sending her gifts.
There's a scale of economy on Twitch where you can buy. This tells you how real subscribers are. Where you can buy subs and gift them to people, and they're that maybe takes you to another level or makes more people see you. I don't know how it all works, but you can buy subscribers and gift them to people. That's correct.
I'm not sure
for them to continue doing their thing.
I'm not sure she totally understands who's gifting her something. I think Ease brought a clip.
God! Leonardo Fernetti with the 100 gifted!
Oh, how annoying is this person, by the way?
Oh my God! Oh my gosh!
Leonardo
with the 100
Leonardo Fornetti, who
Leonard. Hey, listen.
Leonardo.
Okay, I can't hear this girl's voice again. That's nails on the chalkboard. Yeah, poor Leonardo's just trying to make a run at getting some of that ET. And tell me how worse you can get shot down than being a former NFL running back named Leonard Fournette and the girl responding to your gift by calling you Leonardo Fornetti.
I'm
what is he from? Like Venice? We didn't know. Where's he from?
I haven't seen Leonardo in a while.
Yeah,
but I'm guessing, and I talked to Ian the break. Leonardo kind of screams to me 320.
Oh, you think he'll end up getting heavy?
Yeah.
I could see that.
I don't think Leonardo's hitting.
He ran heavy.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah, from the waist down especially. I could see
320.
Yeah.
320 is awful big.
What you think?
But he played it probably 230.
Yeah, I give him plus like 270.
Okay. That ain't nothing. I won't notice that. What did Leonard Fournette play at? 225, 230, right?
230.
Yeah. 270, man. That's just like eating extra dessert.
Mispronounce my name like this, I'm taking the Twitch subs back. Now, what is
that? What he said?
No, that's what the boys are saying.
Yeah. Well, clear she doesn't know.
He low-key thought everyone knew his name. LOL.
I don't know I don't know why Leonard Fournette would think that this girl doing what she does would have any idea who he was.
Well, maybe he wasn't doing it for her to know who she was.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing it to try and grease the wheel, so to speak.
She definitely messed that all up.
We're getting some details on the Jalen Ramsey departure, and it would be right on brand.
Yeah.
As now they're talking about Jalen, and now the word comes out that this has been going on for a period of time, that he is the exact same locker room cancer. He's been everywhere he's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And according to a lot of folks, and this is a report from the South Florida Sun-Sentinel, Ramsey didn't leave before, quote, constantly undermining the Dolphins staff. It's just what he does. He's just the biggest JA in sports.
100%. And
just a total jerk.
And I always have a hard time with those who
are fans.
Defend.
Yeah.
I can't get that. I just can't get there, man.
It's indefensible. And this dude is why would you root for this guy?
Yeah.
He screwed your team over. He's the classic example of selfish. What is it about Jalen that makes you a fan?
He quit.
What is it about Jalen that makes people fans?
Well, I guess because he's talented.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll definitely make people fans.
Yeah. But what? So how?
I've always
unattractive. How obnoxious do you have to be before you, quote, lose said fans? Some don't care at all. They like that.
They're not.
Some people like being the jerk.
Yeah, I would say for also those who aren't true like Jaguar fans, because you can't truly be a Jag fan when somebody screwed your team and it doesn't bother you.
Yeah. Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Just wasn't surprising to see.
I always said,
because we didn't hear it now until he's gone. But yeah, he's in there just being same old Jalen, same old stirring. The Rams are lucky to have won with him on their roster because it's hard to win a team sport with that dude on your team. He is
if the narrative would have been if they just could have protected for Joe Burrow another second, Jamar Chase would have scored the winning touchdown right over Jalen. And, he got lucky at FSU. He got run over by that Mason kid. He was nowhere there to make the tackle. And then he would have got beat by Chase, but he lucked out by his teammates, saved him. And yet, he's the most selfish athlete I've ever known, that I ever dealt with.
Yeah.
Most selfish athlete that I ever dealt with in 40 years of doing television, all the interviews I've done.
To some end, it worked. His self-promotion definitely lifted him to a higher point than his actual talent was. He got on board that All-Star train and did enough to keep himself there and talked about himself enough, but
there's
the
no
numbers don't
way.
represent.
There's no way
how many
that
career interceptions does Jalen have? Does he even have 30?
Doesn't matter. There's no way that guy should ever be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh gosh, no. He's a
but
good
yet
player.
he might be.
Maybe
he might be.
Maybe.
But I don't think he should be.
What are these Leonardo Fournetti? What are these photos they're sending me on the text line?
Oh no,
with Diddy.
Oh.
Let me see what's going on.
Yeah. What are those about?
What's Leonardo up to?
I mean, I got Jay-Z, I got Diddy, I got Leonardo there. They're all holding champagne. Was that a wedding or something?
No, that was the Rock Nation brunch that happened many years ago.
Leonard was that high in the chain? He's hanging with those dudes?
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Diddy?
He's there.
Is that a Diddy party or no?
That was
not
that
official.
Was actually
There's too many clothes on for this to be a Diddy party.
That was a Jay-Z Beyonce Coachella joint.
Okay.
Diddy's holding court though.
Yeah, right now he's giving. Diddy always wanted the microphone. He was giving a speech.
You got the crazy eyes working there a little bit.
Yeah, that was the Rock Nation brunch.
Okay, well there you go. They cleared it up for us. We need to take a break.
Yes, we do.
Let's
At the Murphy Power Hour coming.
Yeah, sure. It's a Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday right here on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Perfect passes.
Great pass.
Thrilling moments.
Did that just happen?
Winning plays. Your radio home for play-by-play. 1010XL.
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit barryorthopedics.com.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Santa Claus normally avoids Florida this time of the year, but not this year. Christmas in July, it's happening at Beard's Diamonds. This is huge. It's like December at Beard's, savings up to 40% store-wide. Beard's showcase is stocked with all new fashion jewelry, exquisite colored gemstone pieces, and the best selection of diamonds in North Florida. Come and find the perfect engagement ring right now at Beard's and save up to 40% or celebrate your anniversary with a stunning Eternity Band or pair of diamond stud earrings. Remember, Beard's is your local jeweler. 4 decades of delivering the best value. Thank you, Lupo's, the best quality. Thank you, Lupo's, and the best overall experience. Thank you, Lupo's. No commission salespeople, no corporate sales quotas, no nonsense pricing. Beards run circles around these corporate chain box stores every day. Don't miss this annual event. Christmas in July. Beards Diamonds at the Shops at Town Center and online. Shop local. Shop Beards.
Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad in every bite. It's quick and delicious, so why wait? Come taste the best chicken salad today at Town Center, Durban Park, Butler Point, and now in Ortega Park. Chicken Salad Chick.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
All aboard! The Combine, free agency, the draft. Here we go! Ride the offseason like a locomotive with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Might want to buckle up, baby.
AA Automotive on Richard Street. Family run since 1954.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Well, he tells me he's in a magnanimous mood.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. So therefore, that means he's got something to give to you, the Googa Nation.
Oh.
What do you got, E?
You're right. Your boy is in a magnanimous mood. And in efforts to show off my city, the town that I grew up in, Clay County.
Clay County?
I got this Explore Clay giveaway.
Oh.
And it features one night stay at the Country Yard Marriott in Orange Park. 2 $25 gift cards to Witt's Frozen Custards in Orange Park.
Oh.
Where you could dive into unique creations like the Dirty Worm or Fish Bay for kids.
Love it.
You can also savor a Brownie Blitz or Hawaiian Luau or grab a custard sandwich or Nutty Wit on a stick. And finally, one free guided tour with Orange Park History Tours for up to 5 people.
Wow.
You can discover Orange Park's hidden stories with Orange Park History Tours. Walk where history happened. Guided by vintage photos that bring the past to life. All you got to do is holler.
Fascinating, man. 641-1010.
They call it the St. Augustine of the West Side.
Is there any, do you see any shrines to Charlton K. Gainey or anything while you're in Clay County?
I love Orange Park.
Yeah.
Ain't no shrines of Charlton K. in the
I love
code.
Callahan. I love St. Augustine. I love them all, man. We have a great place. Charming little spots all over this.
One of my favorite things
area.
to do when I was in upstate New York, and we did it one night, and we used to do this as kids. So these little towns all have ice cream stands.
Oh, sure.
And outside,
that's the best.
Cool weather.
Yeah.
But it's summertime.
Yeah.
Walking that soft grass.
People still do that, by the way. It's not the same, emotions. You know, it's not the same. That trigger you. Your memories are different, but man, you go to these summertime little Wits Creameries or the other places.
Yeah.
They're around the block.
Oh, terrific stuff. So
we got a speed trap on McCormick heading west after the Wonderwood Bridge this morning. So the drill speed trap alerts brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories. And if you see one, you let us know. We get the word out. And more than that, even on your own, just keep those speeds down and let's keep everybody safe heading here to the second half of the week. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday on the drill.
The Gators are sending DJ Lagway and Caleb Banks and Jake Slaughter to SEC Media
Makes
Days,
sense.
and that's good.
Yeah.
I am big on the quarterbacks going. I don't care if they're not seniors or whatever. DJ Lagway is a huge story. He's going to have to talk about his shoulder at great length, and it'll be interesting to see how he handles that. But certainly much optimism with that group of football players. You know, two guys who've shown up in mock drafts as number one picks, and a quarterback who is
first
got
round pick.
odds. First round picks, and a quarterback who's got odds as a Heisman Trophy candidate. I mean, it's fantastic.
The
for
only
Florida.
thing working against Florida, and look, Billy Napier did plenty to dig himself a hole here, but timing isn't being kind. This is a good team. This might be the best team he has in this little 3 or 4 year window.
Yeah.
And the schedule is too brutal.
Yeah, it is.
He's not good enough to slay this.
I'm going to say this. I'm driving to Hoover next year if the schedule comes out and they're unkind to the Gators again.
Yeah,
They have stuck it to this.
It was lazy to go back-to-back St.
They have it ain't cool.
There's enough teams now that you should do it year
Chop
to
it
year.
up. Yeah.
You should have a formula like the NFL.
That was lazy and not cool. And you stick them with the same exact. And it is a brutal schedule.
If you're worse, get to play an easier schedule.
Yeah.
If you're great, play a tough one.
Yeah, but
but some of that's timing too. Listen, most years, all those teams that are tough games, they're not.
Correct.
You know, you happen to catch. You know, not only do you have to play on this, but they happen to be good right now. LSU happens to be good right now.
Yeah.
Texas A&M happens to be good right now. I mean, Georgia happens to be great right now.
Yeah.
A lot of years, well, that's just a game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a rivalry game, but it's kind of like they view Florida now, I'm sure.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be fun to see. E?
What's happening?
You playing our guest,
What's
please?
the word?
It's time for the Murphy Power Hour.
Snuck in there.
Hey, he snuck in on the boy.
Murph is here.
Man, let me get my dog Murph
Inglewood
right.
High School's own JU
To the
product.
Daniel Murphy
Guys,
Power
he's
Hour.
got the Rams logo firing today.
Oh, he loves his Rams logo.
Inglewood.
Ball's well hit to right. I mean, really well hit to right. That ball is gone. Daniel Murphy has struck again. Daniel Murphy has homered for the 5th straight postseason game.
Presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
I'm going to make just one contribution, then I'm going to let you guys talk baseball. Hell, I may leave, ET. I'm just going to make one contribution to whether you're a Nervous Nelly Braves fan or a troll on a MLB site. I can't tell you very many things confidently about sports, especially when it comes to maneuvering and getting the front office involved. But for anyone, if you're running around thinking or espousing that the Braves are trading Ronald Acuna Jr., I can't help you, man. I can't help
Why,
you.
are you getting that on the text line?
Just people think, he sat out last night with a back injury. The Braves are struggling. He's the only guy you don't trade. By the way, you know how much you pay Ronald Acuna Jr. next year? $17 million. Sure, they're trading Acuna Jr. Y'all just dumb, man.
No, they're not moving Acuna.
That's the one. You're not. Everybody else, by the way, you can have them. You can talk. We can talk.
Now-
Every other player on my roster.
Now, when I saw he's got the lower back tightness, I thought, with him being out of it, you might not see him in August and September.
And you know what? I'm okay with that too. I wish that tanking helped more in baseball. But if you're a good team, tanking ain't going to help us enough.
No, you just end up in the middle.
Year.
Yeah, just end up in the middle of draft picks. I mean, what you will get though is when you start selling at the deadline, like you're going to get some stuff back for Iglesias. And
I mean, I keep.
Yeah, look at all the teams that are going to be buying.
Yeah.
There's no sellers, and if you look at the Mets, they want at least 2 bullpen arms and a starting pitcher. Same thing with the Yankees. I think they lost another bullpen arm last night. Leiter, who's got a broken leg. He's been pitching on that for 4 days.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
I think maybe if you're gauging the trade market, some teams to keep up with. I mean, I don't know how the Mets have done, but I know as a Braves fan, there are certain teams we seem to trade with more than others.
Yeah.
Cubs, Tigers, Mariners are 3 that fall into that category through the years we've dealt with. And those are 3 contenders. So, if you're looking at who the Braves would deal, I'd look at those and what their needs are.
Murph, I said this earlier. I don't know if you heard it, but I saw this. I unearthed this. I think Howie Rose actually tweeted about it. In 1969, the Mets won the World Series many years ago. They used a total of 15 pitchers for the entire season. Murph.
Make my heart sing, Daniel.
2 guys were used once, so basically 13.
Oh, yeah.
1 guy was used twice. That takes you to 12.
Is this pitchers or starting pitchers?
Pitchers.
Including bullpen.
The Mets this year
40
brought up this kid, Alex Carrillo, yesterday, who they discovered.
Deep in the bushes, wasn't he?
100 miles an hour in some independent league.
Yeah, I've been there.
Great story. But 36th pitcher this year before the break.
Golly.
The Braves last year, like 17
Don't tell
starters.
me that we're doing it right.
Well, you know how I feel about it.
I know, but it's
Just
crazy.
Stop robbing these children of their style. Let them throw how they want. All right, so real quick. So we were out at Jack's Beach. We were at the softball field yesterday. My oldest son and Drew, my third child, not second son. But anyway, so my oldest catches, and so my younger son Drew has been pitching, and he's like in the stretch like this, and I go, get in the windup and give him some style. He looks exactly like the kid from Sandlot that does the sideways one. Oh, he's firing it right in there too. But that's sincerely,
right?
Just let him learn how to be accurate and play catch with him. You know what I mean? That's my thought.
Not try to turn him into
I don't. I think that honestly,
Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, that and even they get into these these pitch shaping and stuff like that. Like if you want to shape a pitch, pick a shape in your head and then shape it. Don't have somebody tell you how to hold the ball and how to hold your punch. Nobody taught Mike Tyson how to throw his left hook. He just threw left hooks. So that's my belief.
It's interesting. I years ago, my older son, who pitched 10, 11, 12, had a big arm and threw a curveball. That I actually went out one time with the late great Greg Larson, who loved ball. He's a longtime sportscaster in town. Loved pitching. And he did the same. He just took the ball and was just giving him ideas on how to manipulate the baseball.
Yeah.
And how to, hold this, try it, this, and stuff that maybe he hadn't thought about.
Yeah, trial and error. The ball tail different ways.
That was great.
Yeah, play with it.
That's
a little
the thing.
bit.
Yeah, play with the ball a little bit. Find what makes you feel, That's
one thing I do remember about Max Scherzer. Every time I looked at him, he was flipping a ball. Like he was always flipping it around. Always.
Yeah.
Bartolo Colon, same way.
Yeah.
Always had a ball. And they played with it. So, but I mean,
a couple different continents.
So what is that? 14 pitchers basically the Mets used in 69.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back another 50 years from that, it was 16-man rosters.
Imagine this too.
You just keep going.
Yeah. Finish what you start. That's what the bullpen guys used to say we'd get on the bus and the bullpen guys would scream, "Finish what you start."
I mean, the Mets used 16 back in a day where there's way fewer teams.
Yeah.
So you would think there would be more talent available, right? There'd be you would use more numbers then. Now they just throw everybody out there.
I mean, it wasn't, the benchmark now is 200 innings, 180.
Nobody's getting to 200. I mean, I won't say nobody, but last year I think there's like 5 or 6 guys.
You know what ruined baseball?
They used to throw 300.
I'm ready to say it. I've never thought of this until right now.
What?
And I don't know the exact parameters, but it may be 6, but it may be 5. You know what ruined baseball and pitching? You know what stat ruined it? Quality starts.
Oh, man. You sound like David Wright talking to John Neese.
Quality starts ruin baseball. You go out there and pitch 6 innings and give up 2 runs, and you were quality.
That's what David used to say.
Could you get a quality
2/3
start
of the game?
for 5? Is it 6 innings, though? Is that what it is?
6 innings, like
that's ridiculous.
three or less runs, I
You
think.
started telling and brainwashing pitchers, 6 innings, you're the boss.
Yeah.
No, that's not a quality start. That's just a start.
You only work 2/3 of the game.
You know, DeGrom is the king of quality starts. He's got major league records, but you know, and he's over 100 innings this year, which is great for him.
He's had good health this year.
Yeah, that team, by the way, is amazing. They can't hit worth a damn. They're under 500. They should be much better than that with the pitching that they're
Seager's
getting.
missed a lot of time. He can't stay healthy. I saw Langford though. He's got 14 homers.
Yeah.
Seager's got 13.
But they're all hitting like 220. None of, I mean,
who's the muscle-bound guy?
Adolis
Garcia.
Yeah.
Garcia.
Yeah. None of those guys are hitting worth, and they've got DeGrom, Evaldi, Tyler Mahle.
Mahle, and the left-hander Corbin's throwing the ball really well.
Your guy.
Yeah.
The guy I told you is the biggest free agent bust in history. He's back. I've been wrong on 2.
Yeah, just need to change the scenery.
Yeah, he needed it. He's done well.
Daniel, where are you on how much baseball kids are playing? And I mean, it's kind of a loaded question. It kind of feels like you're playing year-round right now, aren't they? Are they playing other sports? Is there danger? And I 100% burned one of mine. I didn't burn him out like on purpose, but one of mine burned out. I didn't see it coming, and he did, and that was a shame that he did because he could have played for a lot of years. And so what's that fine line? I mean, there are a lot of 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds playing 12 months a year just baseball.
Yeah, I think I don't think you can. It's a burnout from the playing. I think it's more adult supervision. So when we go out there, we go out to Jack's Beach, and I kind of let them free play a little bit where I'll let them choose what we want to do. So the first day we got out there, I had the little one hit ground balls to the older one, and that's how he took his ground balls when we threw it across. And then I switched off the tee. So they did that. And then yesterday when we did it, we did kind of defense where the little one pitched to the catcher, my oldest one, and then I throw batting practice. And so that they've really enjoyed. I don't like being in the cage for hitting. They put
on the field.
They put birds in cages. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't like being in the cage.
It's fun to see where the ball goes.
Yeah, it's fun. I took a couple swings myself. I got a home run derby coming up in September.
Oh, what's this for? This old timers game?
Some sort of MLB's putting on some old man home run derby.
Where?
It's me and Kadire. We're heading out to Kansas City.
Is Kadire the one that went to? Who did you go to London with?
No, so that
was
David. I mean,
Utley.
David was over Utley. I did that against Utley.
Yeah.
So I think to the
Utley,
question, it's more to me, and I don't even think it's necessarily games. It's the supervision of the games.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because when the kids aren't supervised, they get to try new things themselves. They get to solve. I think children are the best problem solvers. We don't need to solve the problem for them. They have their style. They'll figure it out. I think that we can help them. And one specific example I give is like...
all these years, I thought they were the biggest problem creators.
Well, you get a bit of both. You know what I mean? They've got some mischief to them. But I'd say one specific example that I would give is, one of our teams, the Blue Claws, we got a left-handed hitter, Brendan, and he wasn't playing defense, all right? And so the other team had a runner on first base, and we were having to hold him on. And I said, and he's a left-handed hitter, Brendan. I go, hey, Brendan, pretty sharp, too. I go, psst, Brendan. I go, you see that hole over there? There's a giant. I go, it's a pretty big hole, huh? I go, if you tried to pull it and you hit a grounder, you hit that hole too. And he smirked. And I was like, now you kind of see a little bit. And so that's honestly, sincerely the type of coaching I try to do. I'm not going to tell you how to hit the hole.
Right.
You could swing however you want. I'm just going to show you there's a giant hole open. If
You're not telling him to squish the bug?
No, you do your thing. And if you miss low, you hit the hole. If you end up hitting it high, we'll remember your name forever. Because if you hit the ball high to the pool side, they're going to remember you for a long time.
All right, let's make a trip to the mound. A quick time out here. We'll come back with more on the Murphy Power Hour. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Murray with time.
Hey, this is Aaron Murray, quarterback for the University of Georgia Bulldogs on 1010 XL 92.5 FM Sports Radio.
Yes, he did.
Packer here, and with 4th of July in the rearview mirror now, all eyes are pointing towards Labor Day and football season. How would you like to drop some weight prior to football season's arrival? Well, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. Back in February of 2024, I weighed 317 pounds. In just a couple of short weeks, I was down almost 40 pounds thanks to the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's that quick. The coaching you get, the information you get, it's all perfect with Awaken 180 Weight Loss, and they can change your life very, very quickly. If it's time for you to lose weight like it was for me, do yourself a favor and go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com, or call 844-346-1800. Take it from me, a guy that failed in numerous diet programs over the years. I succeeded with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Hey, this is Coach Jason Gibson of your Jacksonville Sharks. I know the importance of a strong game plan, and that's exactly what I've got with Clay Solar Installation Partners. They did the install of the solar panels at my house, and I couldn't be happier. Lower energy bills, clean power, and a winning team that made the whole process easy. If you're looking to save money and go solar, trust the pros at Clay Solar. Call Karen at Clay Solar today and tell them that Coach Gibson sent you.
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a dandy today.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
Frank Franzi here for Coil Fencing. Jacksonville's full of memorable sports moments. Remember Tiger Woods' 60-foot putt on the iconic 17th? Gary Coate called it better than most. Better than most. Well, Coil Fencing is better than most. They're better than all. Coil has been that for nearly 100 years. So if you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today. That's at 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
All right, welcome back. We're talking with Daniel Murphy. ITB Partners brings you the Murphy Power Hour. Last night, first time in baseball history, a leadoff inside the park home run and an inside the park home run to end another game. Never happened before on the same night.
Okay, two different games.
I
heard the one with San Francisco.
Yes,
so that was to walk them off. And then,
Butler did it against the Braves.
Oh, and the Bushes.
Yes, out there in Sacto.
Yeah.
We like to start by allowing a Little League home run.
How do you do that Cracker Jack box? It's not that big, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Play it like a Little Leaguer. Anything can happen.
By the way, that was
If you allow it inside the park home run in Major League Baseball, you literally should probably be suspended for a week.
No, if it like that one in San Francisco, that thing
San Francisco
but most of them aren't like that. Most of them, they kick it around a little, or they take a terrible angle, or they dive for something.
The big one is not backing up will get you. You know what I mean? No help. You need some help if you go for something.
I think there was one in the 2015 World Series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a clean inside the Parker. And I'm not going to talk about, I think Cespedes, Cess, and I'm not going to talk about anybody kicking something, but I do think he put his foot on that one. I put my foot on one or two that series too.
Yesterday, I sent Murph a video of Murph defensive gems. Murph used to have some defensive gems every now and then. And
I've got some unique ones.
For a guy who, was not the greatest fielder of all time, allegedly, he has some wonderful moments.
If you could put me on the move, it was like when I was standing still. Yeah. Those routine ones would really get me. But if you put me on the move,
second, your favorite position, which one would you like? If you had to run out there, where did you want to play?
First, probably.
First the whole time, even when you were younger?
No. Want to play like shortstop.
I mean,
Murph. Third.
Murph was
what I'm saying. In the prime of your career, where and you could have
one of the corners.
Yeah. I will maintain that Murph, and he probably, I don't know what you think, but I will tell you this because I watched you every day, was an above average third baseman. He was very good on balls coming in. I can't remember, and I'm sure you did.
I don't barely
he would
remember
come
you at
in,
third.
he could barehand a baseball and throw it over to first, as well as
how much third base did you play? Just a year?
I probably ended up with maybe 100 and something games over there.
So
anytime David was down, not anytime.
Okay, so
David was down.
No,
you would have had to pay attention.
I remember you would have had to pay attention.
Yes,
and
it was what got me at second was like the pivot, turning the double play. Like I just didn't have any experience, and I tried to jam as much down my throat as I could. I just wasn't ever comfortable.
What did you play growing up? Like at JU, what were you?
Third base at JU, played a little right as a freshman to get on the menu as a freshman, and then third base my second 2 years. Dan, you paid me a really nice compliment. You said you just remember me making the plays I was supposed to.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I know you would.
I'll take it.
I know you would. You were a hitter.
I mean, coconuts off your head or
at first base, I played it like a wild man. Well, because you used to have the pitchers hitting, so if you were willing to get down their throat, you could get the lead runner a lot of times because they'd be bunting. So I'd be in their lap when they were bunting. Mm-hmm. I'd had one real good one. It was actually Ian Desmond was bunting against, we were playing the Nationals, and I came flying in on one and threw it and almost hit our pitcher in the head because he didn't think I was going to go to second base with it, and he had to duck. But I was coming
wild
for
man,
the
hair
lead
on
runner.
fire. I just checked. We haven't had a bunt in the majors since June 12th. June 12th, the last bunt in the majors.
Have you seen the one that Keith made
feels that way.
where he comes in? I mean, it's
the
in
one,
front of the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he anticipated
Keith Hernandez?
it. Yeah, and I think they got a double play on it. He threw it to third.
Yeah, because it's first and second, and when you run a play like that, when you're first and second, you can just give up all your space behind you and really go and defend. And Mex was Like Mex was in there. We were actually talking about Will Clark off the air.
Yeah.
And Rafael Devers and helping at first. But he helped me. Mex came out one spring training.
Did he?
We worked, we worked it first. I got done with that and realized, you were way better than me over here. And he was a hook as well too. He's a left-handed thrower.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different.
Yes.
He started talking about shaping it around the runner and stuff, and I was like, I think Keith's playing a little different game than I am, like on double play balls. But he was smooth. I saw one on the Twitter the other day where he went to the line, caught it, and was like tumbling over, sets his feet, and then fires it right to the pitcher who's covering first base.
You're a big Pross wanted to bring this up with you today, so I'll remind him. You're a big WAR guy.
I like statistics that measure you against your peers.
Okay, well we got some questions about
reasonable
about how
just
they came up with
the bigger
WAR.
discrepancy. Like, how can one player have
It was Cal Raleigh, big dumper, WAR. He
homered again last night. By
he
the way.
won a platinum glove last year, so I'm anticipating or assuming that he's thought of as being.
Did you know there was a platinum glove?
Defensive
it's like,
catcher.
We'd never heard of it.
It's like the best defender, if I'm not
one
mistaken.
in the whole league.
Yeah.
But like, you got all the gold gloves. Of the gold gloves, they named one platinum glove. That was him last year.
So he's thought of as a great catcher.
Yeah.
Defensively.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 36 home runs. And yet he doesn't get the jump in his WAR that, who was it, Judge?
Judge is 6.
Judge, who's not a great defender.
No, and he's not playing a premier position.
Yeah.
I guess the batting average makes that big a difference. The OPS a little better. It was just, I think Raleigh gained about 0.3 since yesterday. He homered again last night. Maybe had a great. But Judge's WAR is 6.6 and Raleigh's is 4.9. There was one in the National League that was even worse, it feels like. It was the Suzuki's versus.
Yeah. There was one that
one of those players everybody loves.
There's a discrepancy that doesn't add up in our minds.
Yeah, I think that with WAR, defense is still difficult to measure, I think. They're still trying to sort that out. And another one is, I think with WAR, on-base percentage, I think, has a pretty heavy weight into it. So, like, I'm wondering how much more on-base Judge gets than Raleigh.
Well, I can tell you, on-base percentage, 467 to 383.
That's a big jump.
That's
100
a
points.
lot.
And he's also hitting 100 points higher.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So. That's good. That's good. I asked you this.
That wasn't the one. The one is Suzuki and Pete Crow Armstrong. Suzuki, Seiya Suzuki has a 2.1 WAR. Pete Crow Armstrong has a 5.2. So three full games. And it's 269 to 261. Suzuki actually leads in homers 25-23. Suzuki leads in RBI 77-67. Suzuki leads in OPS 875-850.
So this is where the Pete Crow Armstrong and the defense is just a little bit ambiguous. Well, Crow Armstrong plays center field, and they love him out there.
Right.
The metrics love him, and so now you're considered one of the best at a premier position. But also, to your point, it's a similar situation to why Raleigh seemed to be getting dinged so much because I would think that,
in fairness, Raleigh's third in the league in WAR. 4.9, so it's not like it was the one that really looked weird was the Suzuki Crow Armstrong.
No, but the number from Judge,
6.6 to 4.9, 1.7 wins.
But where Judge is really going to get him is think OPS plus, he's up there in Ruth territory right now.
I get
he's just.
There's only two guys in Major League Baseball who have an OPS over 1,000, Judge and Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
Raleigh's. He 36 now.
Yeah, 36. I think he hit one last night.
Catcher. Woo. Big dumper.
You look at Seattle's going to have to do something. Obviously, they're in the wild card race. It doesn't look like. The division's not away from them with Houston, but there's so many buyers that there's just not.
Well, this is what the extra
Taylor
wild
Dahl's going
card
to
is.
be real happy with me.
Why is that?
I'm going Cubs.
Yeah, that's your new Cubs go.
I'm going Cubs.
What happened to the Tigers? Used to be a Tiger fan.
I'm going Cubs in this case because I got to try and thwart the Phillies, Mets, Dodgers. I need somebody to root against. I need someone to go to battle with to root against because the last three teams in all of organized sports that I want to see win a title will be those three.
I'm not as much. The Tigers are obviously awesome and they're playing well and they're kicking the crap out of the Rays right now. I don't like their line changes. I don't like the platoon stuff they do. They do in the middle of the game. It's like NHL line change.
Did Hitch do that in Houston?
No, he ran out Correa and Altuve, and I understand what they're doing. I'm skeptical of it in the postseason. Is that
That's fair.
Unfair.
Yeah,
like just
fair.
in the postseason that you're.
Did I see Baez as an all-star starter?
Javi having a good year now.
Okay years. I mean,
the Tigers are famous right now.
Yeah,
Each year we kind of have a team, which is cool. I get down with that. But
they were dead 2 years ago. This manager, man. I mean, the manager in the MLB is.
Yeah, I got a little sour taste in my mouth by him.
I get it. But
okay, let me ask you this.
Everybody else goes to Detroit and does nothing but lose about 90 or 100.
How do you explain?
Because of the cheating? Is that why?
Yeah.
How do you
killed one of my pitchers? It's not 9 o'clock nasty yet, but they almost killed Joe Blanton with them trash cans, hitting one back up the middle.
How do you explain Houston? Is it a culture there? Is it what? I mean, they change everybody and they still win. I mean, what are they doing? I mean, they let Bregman go. They still win. They let Tucker go. They still win. They're comfortably in first place again. And I'm going to look up, and they're going to be in the ALCS for the 8th year in a row or so. Isn't it a bunch? Isn't it like 6-7 years in a row they've gone to the ALCS?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Won 2 World Series, been to like 3 or 4. I mean, how do you explain this team?
Some of it is once you get winning, makes winning easier.
It has to be.
It makes it easier because you become the team and the organization that can win.
But the Dodgers you get because they go out and take everybody. Houston doesn't.
No. It makes me think even this year that they feel like they do it different ways. Like I haven't looked at them.
Do you think their lineup is scary? I don't really.
As you're saying that, it makes me think they're pitching this year. Now it is nice to run out Framber out there every fifth day because he's the stopper.
Yeah. That guy Heath, or is it what's his name? Is it Brown? Is there a Brown in Houston?
Yeah, Hunter Brown.
He's got the second best ERA in baseball.
Yeah,
they're pitching this year.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too.
They got Hader, right?
Yeah, they
Here's
do.
what's amazing.
He gave up a home run.
I don't know what this says about Houston. I don't know what it says about baseball.
Sorry to interrupt you. Shortstop's having a big year.
And I don't say this to embarrass. I say this because this is kind of remarkable. Actually. You might know. I think he may have been in your system at some point. Do you know you guys know who the Astros manager is? Who the manager is?
Espada?
Yeah.
And he was there. He's been there for years.
2 years. Well, I mean, he's been the manager for 2 years only. But because Dusty was there.
Oh,
before.
Yeah. Play for Dusty.
Dusty got his with Houston, didn't he? Didn't he get one?
Yeah.
He lost to the Braves, but I think he
got his. And then did he went for another one? Right? He tried to hit back to back.
Oh, Espada came from the Marlins.
Okay. But not as to be the manager, but he was in. I think he was. He's been with the Astros. I want to say for maybe like
18 to 23, and then he got the job in 24. It was the Marlins 10 to 13, the Yankees 15 to 17, the Astros 18 to 23 on the staff.
The 7th season on staff.
Bumped him up. So that continuity maybe.
Because he got some. Espada got. I think he interviewed for the Yankees gig, if I'm not mistaken. He had a lot of interviews, and then ended up getting.
I got a couple more in-depth questions. One about the draft. One about the importance of a hitting coach. A couple of things, baseball subjects. We'll ask Daniel when we come back on the other side.
9 o'clock nasty.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
Damn you, Murphy. He'll be coming.
Oh no.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
This is it. Yeah, this is it.
This is what?
1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
All right, gang, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Man, I love Beaches Dermatology, and you will too. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, the best in the business. Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. I go to the one on Solano Road, voted one of the best places to work in Jacksonville annually by the Jacksonville Business Journal. But they just want to remind you to protect your skin. It's hot out, Sunshine State, right? You're out playing golf. You're out watching your kids. You're going fishing. You're working outside all day. Man, you got to wear those floppy hats, man. Put on the sunscreen, long sleeve, dry fits, whatever it takes. Protect your skin. If something does show up, go to beachesdermatology.com. That's the best place to go. There you can find the location best to serve you. One in Fernandina, one Atlantic Beach, one out of Solano Road. They will take great care of you. I promise you, beachesdermatology.com.
Protect that skin in the Sunshine State with beachesdermatology.com.
One of Beard's Diamond's most popular events ever is back. It's Christmas in July. Right now, for a limited time, you get as much as 40% off anything in our showcases. Yes, that includes engagement rings, fashion rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. This is the annual store-wide sale that everyone loves, because you get December prices in July. Up to 40% off store-wide. Don't miss Christmas in July. Exclusively at Beard's Diamond at the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com. Shop local. Shop Beards.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Summertime is busy with graduation parties, summer barbecues, festivities, family gatherings. The month of July, National Carpet Cleaning Month. So Zero Res is offering $45 per room of carpet clean and 20% off air duct cleaning services as well. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call them 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you need a game plan for the weekend, I'll tell you my takes for some of the weekend's best options. 1010XL's Dan Hicken here. Watch for Musings with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Turned on by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Get ready. The Jacksonville Rock Orchestra brings to life the magic of Fleetwood Mac. Like you've never heard it before. A 27-piece symphony fused with a full rock band, performing timeless hits like Rhiannon, Dreams, and You Make Loving Fun. One night only, July 11th at the historic Florida Theater. Get tickets today at floridatheater.com.
Registration is now open for the Circle K Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament. With over $450,000 in cash and prizes, fun starts on July 13th with the inaugural Kickoff Beach Tournament that has a $50,000 cash first place prize. There's also a junior offshore tournament and one for the lady anglers. Best of all, the winner of the General Offshore Tournament takes home a Contender 28T with twin Yamaha 200s. Register today at kingfishtournament.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hey, it's Frank Frangie. Look, when it comes to glass needs around the home, there's one name I trust, Lee and Kate's. It's local, family-owned, and they've been part of our community since 1926. They've taken great care of me over the years, and I know they'll do the same for you. Visit LeeandKatesGlass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy. Why so glum?
Stinky ice cubes, Jason. It's all downhill from here.
What?
The tap water at my place smells kind of funky. Funky tap water makes funky ice cubes. I meet a nice girl, invite her back to my place for a cocktail, and blow my whole romantic gesture with a mojito that smells like dog's feet.
Wait, I can totally make you way cooler.
I'm not taking your charity ice cubes, Jason. I have my pride.
Your pride is safe. Our plumbers can be at your house the day you call and install a whole home water purification system. Water tastes better, dishes come out cleaner, even your hair feels better after you shower.
Ooh, The ladies love a man with soft hair, don't they, Jason?
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend every day worried about the water in your own home, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. Jaguar fans, it's almost time. The 2025 training camp opens at the Miller Electric Center with open practices beginning July 23rd. Now, season ticket members can grab free tickets beginning today at noon, with the public window opening at 1 p.m. Don't miss your chance to catch the squad up close. Meanwhile, former Gator and college analyst Chris Doring believes the Gators' turnaround formula from last season could carry over into this season.
You won a number of those games in November was because of your ability to be penetrating on the defensive line, to be able to run the ball better.
And at 5-Star Ballpark, 3 jumbo shrimp went yard, but it wasn't enough as Jacksonville fell 9-5 to Norfolk on Tuesday night. Series rolls on this evening at 7:05 at your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 9:03 and it's 80 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill.
We're wasting time.
Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Oh, the boys are reliving the glory days over here. Got a little, the glory day. The glory postseason 2015. Thank you. It's a war cry. Don't forget, gang. It's a war cry.
It's one of my favorite pieces of video that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. It's 2015. Murph was hitting home runs
every night,
and in the playoffs, and Martineau shot video of me at the TV station watching, and I just exploded with glee and joy and shock, quite honestly. I mean, no disrespect. I was just like, my
feelings.
God,
they did it again.
I was surprised as you were.
We had somebody in the hospital for one of the Dodger home runs. I remember watching that game from a hospital room. I think maybe one of my sons was in for I remember seeing that.
And still, one of the great moments in drill history was Murph calling on the
bus
on the ride in.
In fact,
the
from
ride
the city
in from so we came in from LA. We basically took the red eye on our charter and got in. I was driving.
After
I was
the Dodger series.
I think the fellas are doing. I think the fellas are working right now.
That was great.
Let's give
we
him
get
a call.
call. Murphy's on the phone. He just single-handedly, beat the Dodgers in Game 5. It was
that was.
We also got him on a bus like at the All-Star game, going from point A to point B. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Did I call? I feel like
was it in Denver? Maybe did you go to a Denver All-Star game? Which games? Where were they?
Let's see. The All-Stars were Minnesota, San Diego, Miami.
Okay, maybe it's.
I know I called in from a hotel room one.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I think it was one morning.
Good stuff. Lots of fun. Good time.
I don't know how to digest this. I know that teams can slump and things can change from year to year, but the Seattle Mariners last year were the second worst batting team in baseball. They hit like 220 something.
Yeah, they had great pitching and they couldn't get out.
They changed their hitting coach, and like Cal Raleigh would be a perfect example. He's hitting 270 something. He's like a 218 hitter, going into the year. Suddenly they're hitting 256 and they're up in the top 10 in batting, and they changed hitting coaches. His name's Kevin Seitzer, and Braves fans may know because he was our hitting coach for 9 years, and he left. And I don't know if it's just like a direct combo, but I mean, we couldn't beat an American Legion team if we had runners on second, third, and no outs, and Little Timmy was pitching. So I'm just curious if hitting coaches matter that much, or is this just a blip? Is this just a coincidence?
No, I do think hitting coaches definitely matter. I think that some seasons and some hitting coaches just kind of gel with a group. The way that like Kevin Long did in 2015 when he came to New York. So and I love K Long, and Pat Rossler. But sometimes it's a new voice, so it's like, okay, I'm hearing something new, whereas I have been hearing the same thing.
Give us an example of a guy's been in the league 8 years. He's got a certain way he's going to hit. He does his own research. He's in his own lab. What can a coach come in and do or say that at that point?
Like sincerely?
Yeah.
Daniel Murphy for the first 5 years of my career.
This is perfect story.
So when K-Long came in, what he did, I had been told before, and this isn't breaking any new ground, if you pull the ball in the air, and this is kind of modern, analytics, but if you pull it in the air, that's where you're your most dangerous. And the Mets had tried to explain that to me, and it hadn't really taken. You know what I mean?
By the way,
now, some of this is my own stubbornness.
As you say this, let me point out, Murphy could always hit. That was his strength.
Yeah,
Murphy was a great hitter.
A hitter.
Right? And so stubbornness makes sense because how many times in baseball have you had coaches try to change something and I'm having success with this. I've made it to the bigs with this. This is what. Now continue.
You're hitting like Tony Gwynn, and they want you to hit like Ken Griffey.
Yeah, like the ball flight pattern.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I think people know.
Yeah, like I was the kind of guy I wanted to kind of hit it the other way and drive doubles the other way, which is by all means
what you did.
There's a place for it, and I think it's a great skill to have.
And you were a doubles hitter, 40 doubles. I mean, you would like clockwork.
Yeah.
Continue.
Now it takes a giant to hit homers the other way. That I was not. And so when K-Long came in, one thing he did, and this is not to say other coaches didn't, but he put in the work because when we started talking, I was like, this guy's been watching my film. Mm-hmm. He's been really watching. He goes, I've been watching all your film. Here's what I'm thinking. When we get into spring training, he called me in the offseason when we got him. And so
what year did he come?
So he came in 2015.
Oh, so right the year that you...
And it's interesting as well, too, in that Kevin was told basically by like the front office, which is not unreasonable, Murphy's stubborn. We done tried this before, and he don't take like kindly to it. And so that's some of it. I was just a bit stubborn in like my skill set. But when he came in and just the way he discussed it, we just went to work. One of the things we went to work on was like trying to use my legs more. So there was a little bit of a mechanical adjustment. But really, what I loved about Kevin was I was really intent on my work, and he gave me more skills for like in the cage as well too. So I stole from him. He would put a ball on the plate. You know what I mean? So the plate's 7 balls wide. Mm-hmm. He'd be able to put a ball down where we're going to work, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd, put one right in the middle. I used that the whole rest of my career that I stole from him to the point that honestly, when I got to Chicago, when I got traded there in 2018, I did it my first day in the cage, and Kyle Schwarber and the guys looked at me and started asking questions, and I could see they were a bit surprised. You know what I mean? Like, what?
So you put a ball down on the plate where you want the batting practice pitcher to try and throw it?
That's where I'm doing my front toss. That's where I'm doing my throws, and also it kept me.
And that spot changes day to day, or
could be pitch to pitch, depending on what we're. And also, it kept me accountable. So, like, I'd be saying I'm looking for a 3 ball, and he'd throw me a 7 on purpose, and I'd go hacking at it because that was my thing. Like I swung at everything. I'm gonna leave there running, and he just kind of have a. Hey, were you looking for that? No, not really. Go, all right, let's tighten that zone up. So the mechanical kind of like, let's get in our legs. Let's also have some more intent as well, too. And then he came to me. And
this guy's perfect for you. I can see why this works.
Well, like there's another story, too, that he's got that I could tell after this. But he just really was like, and also I loved Kevin is like, he made the batting cage a fun place to be. Mm-hmm. Like when I go into the batting cage, I've got the boombox with me. We're playing music. We're having fun. Like we're in here wailing away. Yeah, and so
wasn't there something too though with your? Because I remember during the playoffs they were talking about it. Was there something with your front foot too? Or
like he pushed me closer to the plate, and this comes into like my unique skill was I didn't swing and miss. All right. Now, it's not such a great skill if you swing at 8 balls, you know what I mean? A ball that's off the plate because you're out. And the league is smart enough to realize this guy swings at everything. Let's throw him out there. So he goes, we're going to use that. Now, I want you to be accurate to the right center field gap, depending on what the scoreboard says. If I've got 2 strikes, I would switch that to the left center field gap. I got no more strikes. I need to see the ball longer. All right. And so he goes, all right, so if we're going to be accurate, let's be accurate to the bullpen, basically. He pushed me on the plate, which made it easier to pull. And now we really started working on, I would set my eyes on the corner away the edge, and I would train myself to like, almost like Gandalf, no further. Thou shalt not pass out there. You know what I mean?
That sounds like just an easy little suggestion and take, but I would imagine as a hitter, it would be a pretty significant change to have to scoot up closer to the plate. I would think that would be about as uncomfortable an ask that a hitter could get would be.
One thing it did, because like as one of the things I want as a hitter is I try to wait to the last minute to do everything. I want as much information as possible. But whenever he pressed me on the plate, like K-Long pushed me in, I would look down and I would think, well, gotta go, because I'm in here tight. You know what I mean? Because there's balls that are close to me that like those are strikes.
Yeah. Right.
And so it's like I better be ready to hit. And so it gave me just this little extra bit of intent between that and kind of trying to pull the ball properly. That really gave me the aggressiveness that I didn't have earlier in my career, along with hopefully swinging at good pitches.
All right, so are the Braves bats termite laden, and are the Seattle Mariners suddenly great hitters because of Kevin Seitzer, or no?
No, I don't think so.
Seitzer
I think
was there. He was there like 12 years. Sometimes you just want it. Change.
I think a new voice it can help.
And we weren't great last year hitting either.
And also, it'll kind of build on itself. Like it's nice to throw the ringer like Raleigh in the middle of the lineup, who's just going, and then everybody kind of feeds off that. And then once you get to hitting, it's like Christy Mathewson said, it's like trying to stop a skidding automobile. Like I think he's absolutely right. You've seen it in ball games. You kind of seeing it over the course of a half and a season. That when you get to hitting, it is contagious,
Mm-hmm.
and so. Yeah, like I would say me, like Kevin Long. And so Kevin and I are like kindred spirits because he's a psycho. And so one at bat I had against Greinke that I was able to hit a home run on in 2015 to give us the lead in Game 5 was nobody's on, one out. Zach, so he's in the windup. And about the 3-1 pitch, he goes to the stretch. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to switch up my timing. He's just trying to throw a different punch with a different timing. All right. And I noticed this because I'm trying to hit a homer and I want to know how are you coming at me. So he goes wind up for about 4 pitches and then to the stretch. I foul the first one off. Fortunately, I get the next one. And so K-Long, God love him, David Wright tells me the story. As I'm running around first base, he's screaming at Greinke, you can't out wacko a wacko. You can't out wacko a wacko. And so like Kev and I were just honestly, we really, and so sometimes you get that hitting coach that they can really.
I'm going to ask you guys I'm going to give a little pop quiz to y'all here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you I'm going by the pitching power rankings right now, not necessarily. And I'm just going to ask some you'll know for sure, and then some you're going to have to guess. I'm going to give you the pitcher. You're going to tell me, was he drafted out of high school or college?
Okay.
Draft's coming up this week, and it's a good philosophical question.
A bunch of kids local. The Witherspoon twins. Kyson is going to go top 10. His brother's like 50. The Aaron Watson kid from Johnny Murphy's squad is going to get drafted, and Lodis is all top 50 guys.
I would imagine that Daniel will know more of these just because he was been in the league when some of these guys came in.
Okay.
All right, these are the best pitchers in baseball right now. Tarek Skubal, is that a high school or is that a...
Say high school.
I'd say high school.
Yep, Seattle University. Zach Wheeler, high school or college?
Definitely high school.
High school.
High school.
Out of Atlanta.
Paul Skeens is easy. LSU. Hunter Brown, high school or college?
I think he was college.
Wayne State.
Yeah.
Garrett Crochet, high school or college?
I'm going to say college.
Played at Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
College.
I don't remember.
Chris Bubik?
Bubik from the Guardians?
Yes. High school or college?
I always think of guys like, I don't know why, and this may be wrong, but like the power pitchers I always think are high school.
Yeah, that's why I went with Skubal. High school. We haven't had one yet.
By the way, college. Not. Chris Bubich is Stanford, college.
Okay.
Max Fried, high school or college?
He was high school.
He was high school.
He's the one that went to the famous high school, didn't he?
Yeah,
California.
All right, now I'm just gonna do the. I'll say this again. We're going by a pitcher power ranking, not necessarily stats. But Carlos Rodon, NC State; Chris Sale, Florida Gulf Coast; Jacob DeGrom, Stetson; Matthew Boyd, Oregon State; Seth Lugo, Centenary College, Louisiana; Logan Webb, high school. Bottom line here is, if history is any indicator of the future, draft college guys.
Yeah,
draft college guys. They are way ahead of the game. I mean, it's just.
I always feel for the kids, and this name sticks in my head, and I think he was a pitcher, this Riley Pint kid, but these kids who are high school kids, they come out in the first round, we watched with Brooksy. We went and watched the kid. I can't remember his name now. And actually, I've told the story on this radio. His mom is from Jacksonville. He was a first-round pick of the Padres. And they're all like high school phenoms. And, obviously they play the summer ball and they're throwing 99 and then they break.
Not Matt Bush, that famous, was it? Okay, so okay, different.
But they
than that.
break, man. And it's just...
Yeah, Brett Myers didn't.
No, yeah.
Brett had a great career.
Yeah, but you get that
career.
one. You get that one shot, and it's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes I think Brett's a big dude too. Like sometimes I think that they're asking because all they teach from 14 to 17, they don't care where it goes.
A question for Doc too would be
how hard it goes. How hard?
Not on my ball club.
It's
about getting outs.
Yeah,
and need 21 of them in high school.
It's a question for Doc. I wonder if it helped if throwing more pitches back in the day just strengthened your arm. It trained you for a longer duration. It changed the makeup of you, and so that's why there weren't as many pitching-related injuries. Now they just throw it 100 miles an hour. It's for 100 pitches and 5 innings, and you take it out, and you don't have any long-form training for your arm. And it is amazing that no power pitchers. Paul Skeen's going to have Tommy John. Sure as sugar, it's happening. We don't have pitchers anymore that take over as an ace, pitch for 12, 15 years, and retire.
Yeah.
Every single one of them goes to the shelf. Back in the day, I don't remember Steve Carlton going on the disabled list.
The all-time is Nolan Ryan.
Right. But even
into his 40s.
Schilling, Randy Johnson, Glavine. I know he's not a smoke thrower.
They all outs.
They just didn't get hurt. They were available. It's weird.
Good stuff. We got to take a break. We'll come back with more. It's the Daniel Murphy Power Hour brought to you by TP Partners.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Frank!
Okay, here we go. Automatic pilot.
Frank Franchi.
It is not automatic piloting.
He doesn't operate at hyperspeed.
I can really use a steering wheel here.
We don't have no damn steering wheel. This is what we got.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
The dog days of summer are here, and so are the hottest deals of the year. Whether you're hauling down the street, cruising on the beach, or just escaping the heat, we have the ride you're looking for and the wow you experience you deserve. Save big on select models with sizzling summer savings, low financing, and limited time bonus cash on all trades. So don't sweat it. Come beat the heat at Beaver Automotive, where the summer deals will wow you.
Hey, get here for my friends at Zero Res. Man, I love the cleaning freaks. They will take care of your house this summer. And listen, maybe you had a graduation party, summer barbecue, family gatherings. Great time to get that house tightened up. And, man, July is National Carpet Cleaning Month. And because of this, Zero Res is offering $45 per room of carpet cleaned. Ooh, 20% off air duct cleaning as well. Listen, Zero Res can handle it all. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery, air ducts. Every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or give them a call, 287-5727. Ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, man, you spell it backwards. Zero Res, you spell it forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, wants to make your flight in and out of Jax a fun one. Stop by Vino Volo in the airport and enjoy 2 signature Brackish cocktails. Vino Volo has amazing food and cocktails before your flight. Brackish Vodka is the first clean craft vodka and made right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Brackish Vodka for whatever your sport is. If your sport is flying, your vodka is Brackish, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Hey, it's Joe C. Summer in Jacksonville means the sun is hot, the grills are fired up, and your water heater probably full of sludge.
Nah, not mine.
Think, when was the last time you flushed your water heater out? It's okay, you could say it.
Probably never.
Flushing a water heater each year improves its efficiency and extends its lifespan.
They sure don't make them like they used to.
So call Roland Reese Plumbing for a routine water heater flush out and any other plumbing needs. 260-7059 or at plumberandjacks.com. Roland Reese Plumbing.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin. What NFL stadium has been used the longest by an NFL team?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Green Bay's Lambeau Field has been used by the Packers since 1957, a span of over 60 years.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
What's happening, Googans? It's your main man, E.T. here. And if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and to protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. And I recommend the team at Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. They're auto experts and will guide you every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to I-9 Sports with fall and winter registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. I9sports.com, enter 1010 for a discount.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credits plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsierge experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, my gosh. We were talking about Juan Soto should be an all-star. I think we all agree.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's fine. And the first time he was asked about being an all-star, he said, I guess I got to do better, which is a great line. Yeah. I mean, guys, generally the stars take that. And even Prosser would admit that Juan Soto should be there because...
What do you mean even?
Well, I mean...
Because he wears the under blue.
Yeah, but...
That would be more like a statement reserved for Nimmo, not Soto.
You want the stars at the game.
Yeah, that's fine.
You do. I mean, you don't want, with all due respect to, I don't need to.
Jake Bauer.
I know every team wants their guy represented, but you know what? If I were the Marlins, I'd say, well, we need better fan attendance then, and then we will have a guy at the game. But anyway, that aside, Soto's getting interviewed last night again after the game, and did you want to be an All-Star? What do you think? And
he's going to be in. The silly part of this is he'll be in the
he'll
game.
get in.
Yeah, but then he proceeds to say, "What did he say, Murphy? Like
it'd be worth a lot of money.
It'd be worth a lot of money.
We got past the hat for Juanito apparently.
What possible?
Yeah,
Juan, you should never talk about money ever.
Don't tell the world about your $250,000 incentive when you're getting peeled off $54 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I thought honestly I thought I was like, he's got to be joking just a little bit. Not enough.
I don't know.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, he'll be Social Security soon. We all know that.
You know, because every player gets usually every free agent contract you throw incentives in there, All-Star game, Gold Glove, stuff like that, MVP, and but just you ain't got to tell nobody. Keep that to yourself.
Who makes that pay to the order is awful large, Juan.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he's gonna forget about it when they cut the check for him anyway.
If your pitching staff suffers injuries, y'all can feel that. So can I. And the organization makes a decision to go get, who'd you say yours was last night? Carrillo?
Yeah, they found this Carrillo kid.
And then so they bring him up and they start him and he pitches last night and say they decide to pitch him again in 5 days. Who's making those decisions? Is that the GM or is that the manager? Did the GM go get the pitcher, bring him up, tell you start him, and then watch him and say start him again? Or does the manager get to pitch him and say, and then either start or not start?
The GM, the front office, will acquire the player. Wherever, so this guy from
roster. I'm talking about he's in your team even. Yeah,
so he's already
in your organization.
He's already on the organization. Yeah. Like he's in.
How
the big
do you
leagues?
decide? No, he's a minor leaguer. You need a spot starter. You bring up a guy.
Some of it depends on timing. Like, because you got to remember.
But who is it? The GM or the manager?
It'd be mostly the GM. Yeah, I would say. Now with some input from the manager.
I'll give you an example. We have 3 kids: Sproat, McLean, Tong. All that they view as high-end starters. At some point. This is why Stearns doesn't want to, he wants to develop. So he sees those 3 guys. And we've had about 4 or 5 this year where we've needed a spot starter.
Running bullpen games.
And the fans want to see Sproat, McLean, Tong get a call up, let him throw and see what he can do. They don't want to rush those guys. And they they bring up guys that I've never heard of.
Yeah, TBD against Max Fried on Sunday.
Yeah.
The Yankees.
Yeah.
That's not as much fun.
And so that is, but Stearns stays true to, we don't want to rush this kid. We don't want this kid up yet. Get us to the break. It's kind of.
I was turning my more focus and trying to build ammunition onto the most glaring fact that my manager is so dead man walking, and why they won't fire him makes me want to poke my eye out.
But I don't think that was his call.
I'm just saying. The point is this:
Didier Fuentes pitches for the Braves. He's had like 3. He's not ready.
He's giving up 20
Everybody
earned
can
runs.
tell he's not ready.
20 earned runs in 4 starts. If you watched last night, he literally looks scared or miserable or both. I mean, at what point do you maybe not ruin this 19-year-old?
Yeah, and that goes all the way back to John McGraw. He used to talk about how to breaking in a pitcher into the big leagues is like one of the toughest things to do. And all they had were starters almost back then. So it's like they would try to find the right spots to do it. I think, who is it? I'm forgetting his name. One of the pitchers they had, though, was a left-hander. He's in the Hall of Fame, but he got smacked around his first start and really didn't get to pitch consistently. They had to kind of carry him as a passenger for like the next 2 seasons because he got beat up so bad. I think it was against Cincinnati. It's in Christy Mathewson's book.
And Waddell.
It wasn't. That's one I wanted to say.
Well, and there are guys that get beat. Like, look, Tom Glavine was just like 6-20 coming out. I mean, sometimes it takes a while to find it, but this one, it just feels like you're sending him out there to be the pinata while the offense decides not to score another, score a run again tonight.
I remain amazed at the hitting part of that, where. Like, we just sent down Francisco Alvarez, and all of a sudden he's hitting home runs, and everybody says, well, get him away from that hitting coach and see what – or the difference, I don't care what anybody – the difference, it has to be enormous because Beatty did it too. They go down to AAA and they rake, and then they come back up and they don't.
It's harder.
It's just
harder. The biggest jump, and we can argue over how big of a jump it is from AAA to the big leagues.
It has to be. I used to think it was AA. Like, they used to say, if you can hit AA, you can hit the bigs. I don't believe that anymore.
You can see it in spring training as well, too. Because you see how many players go to spring training, and they'll bang it around, smack that apple around the lot, and then the season starts, and one with spring training, I would say, and AAA with someone like Alvarez is like, there's not as much anxiety.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's just not as much kind of like just intensity to the reps.
Yeah.
Because you just forget, like I forget when I go watch a game, it just like how sharp it is.
Yeah.
Even for the teams that stink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And aren't playing well. It's so sharp, and they're just so good.
What are the benefits of firing a manager like right now? Like the Nats fired Dave Martinez. I mean, what are you doing when you make that move in the middle? Like Snicker's a different animal. He's going to be more protected because he won a title and he's had a lot of good years.
Davey won a title too, though.
Yeah, this game, it's the game. He only went to one playoff along the way. The game has completely passed my man by, and it honestly looks like he's riding it out. Daniel, I watch him, and he doesn't look like he knows what the dadgum game situations are. It's that annoying.
So some of it is a belief that you can get a little bump, to the locker room and let them know what's going on. Baltimore has played much better since they moved on from Brandon.
They have hopes for this year. Like this Braves team, a move off the Snicker now, it won't help them. So
but then if you get to the point that, like, does your bump really matter? Now, some of it, I would say you fire managers, like, you still want to finish playing proper baseball because that will lead itself into next year. Now, Detroit is maybe a bit of an extreme example because they went to the postseason last year and went on their run, but they have been able to carry on some of their success from last year into this one. I think of I feel like some of those nationals, like a national team before they got going, like kind of you want to finish playing good ball, and you can show up to the ballpark and not play proper baseball, or you can show up and give everything.
Should
you're
the
having,
Braves
just
make
be
a move
outgunned.
with Snicker? Has he earned the to finish this year out? I mean, it's last year contract. Most likely going to step away. For sure he will now. I don't think they'll have him back.
To me, it's a better question for Braves country and you with, like, has he lost the locker room?
Yes.
So perhaps.
You know how you know he lost him? He never had it, Daniel. If you're a manager of a contender, you can't start the year 0-7. You need to manage like somebody's damn butts on the line.
Yeah.
You can't. If you can't identify you got a heartless, gutless bunch of losers in the first 7 games and make immediate, big-time changes, you're worthless to me.
Yeah. And
So
then I think you move on from them.
Yeah.
I think the Nationals one is a little different in that Davies' option for next season was right now.
Okay.
Now, interesting in how the Lerners constructed the contract, but that's what it was. They decided they didn't want him.
Put it at the trade deadline. Probably not a bad move.
Also, there was some the papers in DC said when they had that 11-game streak, he came out and advocated for the coaches.
Yeah.
I think he did it in such a strong way that the players didn't take very kindly to it because there's some not on record.
They got some young guys too. They got 2 or 3 All-Stars.
Mackenzie Gore, James Wood, Abrams.
All
Now
in the Soto deal.
Now I will say they haven't. Mike Rizzo, who got relieved of his duties as well too with Davey, he ain't gotten much money to spend since they went on that run in 19.
Right.
Like it's been.
And the Braves are doing that to Anthopoulos. In fairness, they don't allow him to compete.
Well, then sell the team.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I hate that too, especially when you're a good team that makes money. It's
I
ridiculous.
lived it for a lot of years. But we got to take a break. We'll make the turn for home. We got Murphy in coming up here on the
San
Drill.
Petros Plumbing Wednesday on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. High school, college, and pro.
As good as it gets.
Your home for the most play-by-play is 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Yo, 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 it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Hey, gang, as a contractor finding reliable subcontractors, you know it's key to get your project successful. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines, not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they can cause delays. So if you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
As a law enforcement officer, safe roads are one of my top priorities, ensuring everyone can get home safely each day. Some never will, due to aggressive driving, being distracted, or speeding on the roads. And too often, that results in the toughest part of my job and the longest walk in my life. I'm so sorry. I have some very sad news to share with you.
9 people will be killed on our Florida roadways today. Don't let it be you or a person you love. Buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get everyone home safely. A message from Florida Department of Transportation, Target Zero. For more information, visit targetzerofl.com.
Your home is more than walls and a roof. It's where you breathe, drink, and power through life. At Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to keep it all running smoothly. From clean, cool air to clean water, reliable power to expert plumbing, we do it all. For over 35 years, families have trusted Donovan to make their homes healthier, safer, and more comfortable. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing today, 904-270-COOL, where health meets home.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On July 9th, 1986, Atlanta Braves' Dale Murphy doesn't play, ending his consecutive streak at 740.
It's hurricane season. Protect your home with 904 Gutters with a Z. That's right. Z as in zone defense for your home. Water damage hits hard. 904 Gutters with a Z hits back harder. Search 904 Gutters with a Z and make the right call.
First half champion Jumbo Shrimp are home this week at 5-Star Ballpark. Tonight is charity begins at home featuring Dreams Come True. Tomorrow it's Coors Light Thirsty Thursday, then Friday fireworks presented by JTA. It's Hallow Weekend with a Mummy Hawaiian shirt giveaway Saturday presented by Swisher, and the weekend ends with Baptist Health Sunday Family Fun Day. Tickets start at just $5. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about letting things roll off of your back. So often we can make big deals out of things that are not really big deals. We can allow them to steal the joy of our day. But let me remind you that don't allow anyone or anything to steal the joy of today. Go out today not letting little things steal the big things that God has in store for you.
For more inspiration, log on to stjohnthedivine.com.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
It's Christmas in July at Beard's Diamonds with as much as 40% off everything in the store. Maybe it's time to treat yourself to a fabulous fashion ring, necklace, or bracelet. You can do it now and save as much as 40% off Beard's already unbeatable prices. And don't forget, Beard's is the town center's locally owned diamond superstore. Don't settle for the corporate chain store experience when you can get the value, service, and attention you deserve. Don't miss Christmas in July. Save up to 40% exclusively at Beard's Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Boys tell me that we got a summer fun time coming up for all you Googans out there. The drill's going on the road.
Playing pickleball?
No.
We're going to the golf course?
No, nothing physical.
We're not having breakfast or somewhere?
No, we're having lunch. They say there's no free lunches. Well, yes, there is, courtesy of the drill. We're going to have a lunch with Freddie T coming up in August. So your chance to win free ducats to that lunch. It'll be at the Alhambra. We'll have lunch, and we'll have a Q&A with Freddie T coming up the day before the preseason opener. I believe it's Aug 8 we're doing it.
Aug 8.
Right? Is that correct, E?
That is correct.
E will be there. I'll be there. JP will be there.
It's free?
And it's free to you Googans. Now, stand by, keep listening, and we'll be giving those.
We're going to put on a little show. He's going to pump up the crowd.
He's going to rip his shirt off.
Dan and I are going to Dan and I are going to do a sketch comedy for a half hour.
You'll have the stage for it.
And then Fred's going to come in and sit down, and we're going to talk on stage with him for an hour. And so it's a good chance for you. We're doing it at Alhambra.
Yeah, Alhambra.
So they're going to put together some good meal for us, and we're going to have a fun day. Daniel, you're welcome to join us.
Like a Jacksonville landmark.
You come right up on stage with us.
Yeah, so you listen here, brother.
No, I won't. I'll let
Michael
Freddie
Harris,
T.
297, 293, 264. Now this year, 210. WAR, 533531. This year, 0.2. OPS, 853, 808, 750, 552. I'd say maybe he misses Kevin Seitzer.
Yeah. All right. So one thing, and you said all fair, and this is what the big leagues will figure out. He has 10 walks and 70 strikeouts. If you don't walk, the league will make you prove it.
And he's always been that.
Does that
He was
make sense?
5-1 strikeouts to walk his first year, 4-1 his second year. Let's see. More like 3-1 his third year. Now he's back to 7-1.
Yeah,
he hasn't walked since May something, I think.
And what they'll continue to throw you bad pitches until you stop swinging at them.
It seems like it'd be pretty easy to take a couple and get on base. Seems like that'd be fun for you.
Well, what you could do is you could go up there and play a little game where you take and try to go 4 before 3. You know what I mean? You might try one of those. I've done that. Not a record.
Yeah. I was going to ask you before we get out of here. Nimmo's changed his approach, kind of a little reminiscent of what you did.
Yeah.
His on-base percentage has come way down.
Not walking as much.
It was always good. I used to have this conversation with you years ago. I said Nimmo or Conforto. You said Nimmo, which nicely done. You were right about that.
I have my moments.
You did. And he's on pace to hit 30 home runs. Is he more valuable to the club that way?
I think that right now, I think that what he's doing right now.
Was he told to do that?
I think that he's probably at his point in his career has made a conscious choice because he's swinging earlier in the count. I think that's
he's got his contract.
Yeah, well,
right? 8 years, $20 million a year, whatever it is.
And you watch him closer than I do, but I feel like for the longest time he would kind of give away strike one.
Yes,
a lot.
Yes.
Well, it ain't much fun hitting 0-1.
Right.
And again, the league will they'll figure this stuff out. They'll take strike one from you. And so, all right, when you start swinging a little bit earlier, you're going to be getting better balls because, it takes them a while to figure it out.
Right.
But you're going to walk less because he puts the ball in play. He's pretty accurate. So I think that, you're just looking, hopefully, can he draw a walk when they start scattering the zone on him, you know what I mean, early in the count? But also at the same time, if there's a runner on first base and they're trying to get ahead of you, can you score them from first? That's the way I think of it. And it sounds like, he's going to hit 30 homers. He's being able to score guys from first base.
3 grand slams this year.
Yeah, I was there
Ties
for
a club record.
I was there for the one in D.C., the big boy game he had.
Did you hit a club record? Ever hit a grand slam home run?
Yeah, I hit 2. I got
2
one.
in your career?
Yeah, one off a Wheeler.
Had a baby
at City Field in the dark side uniform. And then we were playing the Orioles in the 9th inning. We were probably down like maybe 7 or 8 runs into it, and I ended up getting up with the bases loaded and hit one. And they had Buck Showalter had to bring the closer in, Zach Britton. And you just see over the course of a season, like that costs you a little something.
The Mets had one of their best wins of the year last night.
It was a great win last night.
They were down numerous times. They're facing a guy with a 7 ERA, and Prosty threw an immaculate inning against the Mets, bottom of the order. This guy has a 7 ERA, immaculate inning last night.
That's 3 up, 3 down, right?
9 pitches.
9 pitches.
9 pitches, yeah.
Yep. 9 pitches.
3 strikeouts.
3 strikeouts.
9 pitches to get the inning.
Yep. So he did that, and it wasn't looking good, and they rallied and came back, and then the O's got to Clay Holmes.
Yeah, they gave up Clay's runs. It looked like the bullpen, right?
Yeah, they threw him out there in the 6th, which isn't good, but they needed him to try. I know. And then they're down 6-2 in the 8th, and Lindor hit a 2-run shot. Alonso hit a 2-run shot, and then they won it in the 10th, and it was a good win against the O's. The Mets have had a lot of success against the Orioles for whatever reason through the years. It's just odd to me, but they've been able to do that, and they've got 2 left for the O's and 3 with the Royals, and then they break. I saw Jack Caggs, 150, by the way.
He homered last night.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a big jump. It is. And he's 18 months removed from playing in, College World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, That's quick.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, I mean, how open does the league feel right now? Like, just in general. Like, I don't see a team that looks like it's far
It's funny
away
you say that. I was looking at the
American League, you mean?
General.
I was looking at the
Man, I don't know where y'all are, but if y'all think the Dodgers ain't winning it all, I'll argue you.
Well, they better get healthy.
I'll take it. Yeah.
I mean, the best record in baseball right now, if I'm not mistaken, is
Cubs.
I think it's Detroit.
I think it might be the Cubs.
I think
But
it's
Detroit.
Okay, but it feels open to me.
Well, because Detroit has the best record.
Well, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say,
I
Pross.
guess open from this standpoint. There's no part of me that thinks Detroit's going. So I guess I don't know if that answers the question.
That's fair.
I'll go Astros. I'll go Astros, Dodgers right now and feel good about it.
I don't like the Dodgers starting pitching right now.
I don't either. I didn't like it last year either, Daniel. And they won the World Series. They got 12 of them.
Yeah, but
who pitched? Who pitched for the Dodgers by the time they got to the World Series last year?
Yeah, they were running
openers out there and winning the World Series.
They should have lost San Diego.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah. Fair play. Yeah.
I guess I don't want to argue.
When
they feel so much. I hate them. It's disgusting. They have more money deferred to Ohtani than the Marlins are worth. It's just gross.
I was looking at the power rankings, and you know, listen, all these teams can beat the Mets, but I'm not like, oh God, I don't want to get. You know, I'll match up with the Phillies or the Padres or even the Dodgers. I saw the Mets play the Dodgers live 3 times. I saw the Mets win the season series 4-3. Now again,
right? And I saw the Braves beat the hell out of the Mets, and we're terrible.
Who was out there throwing?
Yeah,
makes a difference.
Well,
yeah,
like
bad times, good times type.
Last year, the Yankees just rolled right through the AL. It was they just walked right through the AL Central basically to get to the World Series.
Yeah,
and so the AL is wide open. It feels like.
I completely agree with.
I just look at the NL and
it's more who I don't trust. I don't trust Detroit. I don't trust the Cubs.
Yeah, we got a little.
I don't trust the Mets. I don't trust the pitching.
We have central bias. Let's care for those teams in the central.
Well, it's good to see you, my man.
All right, thank you guys
Appreciate
for having
it.
me.
That's Daniel Murphy, the Murphy Power Hour.
Now, the 2-minute drill on 1010XL.
Hello, Mike.
Good morning.
Mike Dempsey here now, getting ready for Jaguars today. You
I'm
want
ready.
Jump in anything with ball talk? Any observations from the American League side of things?
I'm just glad we won a game.
There you go.
2 actually, but
yeah,
I'm happy.
Okay.
Stop the 6-game losing streak.
Heading. Are you a Boone fan?
I like Aaron Boone.
You do?
I do. I mean,
it's always interesting. He would not be the manager of the Yankees if
it's kind
Dad was in charge.
It's kind of hard.
George would have fired him about 12 times.
Yeah, but he would have rehired him.
Well, yeah, he probably
would have hired him.
It's hard because I'll be speaking out both sides of my mouth. It's hard to fire a guy who, if you have a manager who's getting you to the postseason every year, doesn't it at some point become it's the players why they're not winning? If your manager's getting to the postseason every single year, right? And that's that speaks against me wanting to shoot Snitker to the sun.
I mean, it makes in New York, you have a steady force. It matters to me. You know, I mean, I think there's some positives there in Boone, and he takes on all questions and stuff. He hasn't won one yet, right?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the expectation in New York always. What do you got cooking today?
Today, we'll do for defense what we did on Monday for offense. We'll go through all the teams in the AFC South and take the different position groups and rank them, see where the Jags stack up versus their division opponents.
How did we do on Monday in our rankings? Where do we find the Jags?
Well, on our rankings, Dylan and I, not as great as you would hope, right?
Okay.
And we ran a poll for all the position groups. Jags won 4 out of the 5. And this offensive line was the only one that was determined. We don't have the best position unit on offense.
That's kind of the most discernible weakness of Houston, isn't it? The row line.
Well, the one thing I know,
right, but they didn't win. Indy had the one for best offense.
The one thing I know about Houston, they got a defense.
They do.
They got some players.
But yeah, their offense. You cannot find any site, and there's, now's the time of year everyone's putting out. Here's the comprehensive rankings, 1 through 32 of every team. Houston is dead last in offensive line rankings across the board.
Yeah,
I love that.
You can't find a site, and good luck. You can have all you want with C.J. Stroud. I think Christian Kirk's going to catch 90 damn balls there because he's going to have to get rid of it so quick. You know.
Yeah. Well, have a great show.
All right, thank you guys.
Mike, Dylan, Denmark, the boys getting ready. Jaguars today on a Hump Day Wednesday. Jeff, our work is done.
All right, it's been a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Have a good rest of your day.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. This traffic report is brought to you by 1010XL. I-95 North.